What's up?
I was gonna say, Chad, Logan, are you guys on a laptop or do you have a webcam?
We're on a laptop.
Okay.
If you don't mind, real quick, take a sleeve and wipe down your webcam. It looks starved. I think it's just a little dirty.
Okay, there we go. This is a
Hold
good
on.
start. This is a good start to the show.
Way
Yeah.
better. Look at that. Way better.
Yeah, it does look.
It's your computer.
Got some.
Just saying.
Probably had fingerprints on it.
Yeah, Chad. What's up with those smudges?
Always my fault.
All right, listen. I believe that we're streaming out to everyone out there. So let us know how our audio sounds and all that kind of stuff as we're coming out to you all. This is going to be a fun show here. We do have both Chad and Logan from Palmetto State Armory joining us, along with BFP. So if you're watching this later on, you're watching it live. The reason why we're on Utreon is so that we can handle guns. So if you want to see us when we're live, you have to go over to Utreon/Who Moved My Freedom podcast or WMMF. That way we can handle guns, because YouTube, does not like us to do that and has blocked that because they are horrible. So that's the place to go to. If you want to find out all these kinds of things about us, you could definitely find that out on hankstrange.com. That's the place to go. You can see all the different platforms we're on, as well as all the ways you guys can support us, and you can get up on our email list there, because we don't as we've seen people get deplatformed and all that kind of stuff, videos deleted, all that. We don't own access to any of you folks on YouTube. So no matter what our numbers are there, if we get deleted, we have no way to get in touch with you or for you to get in touch with us. So go to hankstrange.com. That is the place for that. All right, all that being said, let me load everyone up here. And if you guys are ready, we will kick the show off. And I'm going to hit the open if no one objects. Here we go.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, so let's see here. I got to do this again. All right, there we go. We are here. We are live. We're feeding through to the people. We got to do jazz hands so everyone's new. Logan, you got to do jazz hands. Just goes like this. There you go. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you have your big girl panties on for this. We are going to get up into this episode. This is 878, episode 878 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. Of course, it's FreeForAll Monday. So we've got Babyface P joining us. There he goes. Walther is off today. He's traveling, doing family stuff. And we also have Chad, who, Chad, I believe what's your position at PSA? You're like, are you the, you're not CEO. You're president, vice president? I don't know.
I'm the CEO.
CEO, you are the CEO. Okay, I'm trying to demote you right now. So
Thanks.
Yeah. And I'll never get another. Chad will be like, no guns for Hank Strange. No. So
Okay.
right. So Chad's the CEO of PSA, and then we have Logan joining him, who you, Logan, are in charge of all the media, like, I know we said this right before and I already forgot, but marketing, everything in marketing, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
Right. There you go. 42 Chill says CEO. There you go. That's for Chad. That's for Chad.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. And so all you guys can ask questions and stuff like that as we get into this. We're going to be talking about the gathering. Should we just jump into that first? Probably.
Sure.
That would be the cool thing to do. So who wants to explain to the folks out there what the gathering is, when it is, and if and how they can participate in it?
I got you.
Okay.
So the gathering is this week, actually. It is going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that is the 18th, 19th, and the 20th of March. So if you survive St. Patty's Day on Thursday, come join us on Friday. It is in Clinton, South Carolina, at the Clinton House Plantation. This is our second year of doing it. It derived from last year when SHOT Show was canceled because of pandemic and COVID and all that. We saw a major void in the industry when it came to companies being able to get new products out to the public and information out to media and things of that nature. So last year we decided to host our own demo bay, range day, whatever you want to call it. It became the gathering. It became something a little bigger than I think we originally imagined it to be. And it has just flourished. We had wonderful, feedback from other companies in the industry. While Palmetto State Armory, we're the ones that we put it together and we run it. And we kick it off and we get it going. It's for anyone in the industry that would like to be involved. So we have, some other big sponsors, Sig Sauer, Glock, Taurus, goodness, Century, us, Rugged Suppressors. There's a bunch of people involved. And it's open to the public. So we do have a website. It's psagathering.com. And there is a link there where you can register. You can register to come one day. You can register to come 3 days. It's $40 to come for one day. And you walk in and you shoot someone else's guns and someone else's ammo and as much as you want. And it's the opportunity for the public to be able to try everybody's new stuff, actually have hands-on. There's really nothing like it over here on the East Coast. So we're proud to have created it and for it to flourish and kind of become as big as it has been, even, just in our second year.
Okay. So I don't know if Patrick has any questions right off the top here as we jump in. And if the folks have questions, they can ask also. Patrick, you got anything?
No, nothing offhand.
Okay, so there's a couple of things here. So anyone in the industry that wants to participate, so far as the obviously the firearm side, if there's folks watching this, it obviously is probably too late at this point because it's starting this week. I don't know, you guys could tell us. But if they want to participate in the future, how would they do that? How would they get linked up with you guys?
So if they want to participate in the future, what we've been doing is having, anybody that wants to participate that couldn't this year or unfortunately might have just hopped on a little later, you're welcome to reach out to one of us. If you have a relationship, our procurement staff and our sales staff has been pretty integral in helping us get people on board as well. We'll get you the information. It's generally about March every year, I think, is what we're gonna hit. And we try to announce those dates about October, November. So if you haven't heard anything by then, check out our Facebook page. We'll blast it all over Palmetto State Armory's Facebook page. Even in some of our groups, we have tons of groups, as I'm sure y'all know, all over our Facebook, So we will do an official save the date announcement. And then from there, we have an email. It's just thegathering@psa.com. And you're welcome to shoot us information, let us know what you're interested in doing, and we'll let you know, how you can be involved.
Okay, awesome. And I guess that same kind of question can go for folks on the media side of it, like myself. If they want to be involved, do they follow those same instructions or?
Absolutely. And we have, the help with our affiliate marketing with that as well. So if you're involved with us already in some kind of forum, you'll automatically get something, but we are, we'll do the same thing. It's our Facebook page, our social media channels. We will blast it everywhere that we can and make sure that everybody knows.
And a lot of them go through Josiah as well through the affiliate marketing program.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. I see that Lola, what is Lola saying here? Lola says, hold on, $40 to shoot new guns with free ammo. Exclamation, exclamation, question mark, exclamation.
Yes.
from
Yes,
Logan.
it is that cheap. We did that on purpose. We want you to come out and have a good time and experience, not just what we have to offer, but other people in the industry. We want people to be excited about the shooting sports and to really get out there. But so it is. It's $40 for the day, and we have a portion of it that's also the vendor village area as well. So anybody that doesn't sell firearms, we've got some optics companies, we've got some knife companies, Nine Line Apparel will be out there. We'll have T-shirts, targets, steel plates, things like that. So some of our vendors will be selling. Some will not. It's up to them. But yeah, it's $40 for the day. We just want you to come have a good time.
Okay, and then there's probably, last but not least, so far as the questions for the people that are going to be attending there, let's go to the folks out there in the general public, right? They're able to attend, you said Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is what's going to be open to the public.
Oh, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday open to the public.
Yes, sir. Thursday is going to be for you guys, for media.
Okay, Thursday's for media. So what, I guess my question there is logistically for people who want to come out, who haven't made plans, where are they going to park? Are there hotels around there? What's the,
There are. Fortunately, Clinton House Plantation is pretty much right off I-26. And there's a couple hotels right there at that exit. And there's a couple hotels at the exit before and after. So there's plenty of options when it comes to that. If you would like to, you can sign up still online. We're leaving signups on, it's an Eventbrite link on the website on that psagathering.com. You can sign up there up until the day of. And we are going to be doing walk-ups where you can pay as you come up to registration. We don't, I would say go ahead and sign up beforehand just to make sure you got your slot and you're good to go. Parking's free. And there's also on our website, there's a map. You'll be able to see the event space and parking and all of that stuff on the website.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm trying to pull up the website here, but I think something I installed the other day is messing that up. I installed this web utility.
I was gonna say I was just on it. I know it works.
No, that's not on you guys' side. That's on my side. I can't show my phone for some reason here. Hold
There's
on,
also places to camp on site.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep, there's places to camp. That's just through Clinton House, and their information is on the website as well. And they still have, whether it's a camper or you want to, pitch a tent, they've got spots for that.
Oh, okay. So yeah, all that information that we're asking here, as these guys are saying, is on the website. Okay, so people can come up there with campers if they want to.
They can. Yep.
Okay.
We just suggest, call Clinton House beforehand.
Okay.
Because they do have hookups. So just to make sure they have enough hookups for everybody.
Oh.
But if you want to come with your camper, come on. They've got spots open. So I know you'll be okay if you want to go ahead and call. Or if you want to, old school pitch a tent, hang out, you're welcome to do that too.
Yeah, if you want to rough it, so be
do it.
Yeah. I'm sure some people are going to take you up on that. Oh, cool. So I hope there's a spot reserved for the Strange Mobile. We call my van Morgan. I hope I got some hookups. Morgan, yeah, Morgan.
From what I've heard, I think you're taken care of.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. That's cool. Actually, I'm looking forward to this. Last year I was there. That was at a different location, but that was fun. How much bigger is it this year? Do you guys know, just from what you've seen?
So the facility itself, not necessarily just the section we're using, but the whole entire plantation is about 2,000 square acres.
Wow.
Yes, and they have room to grow. So that was part of the reason, we were at the sawmill last year and we loved the sawmill. But we needed a lot of room to grow. After we got the feedback from last year, we realized that this was going to be huge. So we took everything over to Clinton House and it's grown massively over there. Just good space.
It's probably 3 times the size of the shooting space that we had.
Oh yeah. More bays for sure. More space for vendor village.
Okay.
Everything's bigger.
Mile long range. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Patrick, you got to go to this place, man. I know that
next year we weren't able to make it work out this year, but I'm planning on going next year for sure.
Yes, yeah, you got to.
You wouldn't believe it, Hank. You were there, with the riders before. It doesn't even look like the same place.
Really?
He spent $500,000 redoing that place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
There's 16 pistol bays, 2 300-yard ranges, 1,000-yard range, a mile range, 100-yard multi-purpose bay.
Oh.
2 parking lots.
Okay.
It doesn't even look the same.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's actually a big deal because I was impressed by it when I've been there in the past.
It's probably 3 times the size it was when you were there.
Yeah. It's huge.
For a lot of people that look at videos from Such does a lot of videos there, right?
Mm-hmm.
It does.
Yeah. So it's a really nice place. And then we were talking about this earlier, that rifle right behind you guys. I've shot that before, and I've shot a mile.
Mm-hmm.
You sure did, yes, sir. Up at the Clinton House.
Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. So
you and 32 other people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's be honest. I was like the first person to hit when we were doing.
Absolutely.
I mean,
first shot.
Yeah, I don't know if that's Well, was it the first shot? No, not really.
I think it was within 3, if I remember.
Yeah, exactly. That has nothing to do with me. That's mostly the gun being set up right. And what was his name? Was it Mike? What's the name of that Marine?
Mike.
Yeah,
Mike Sexton.
Yeah. So
he'll be there this weekend.
Yes, yeah. Patrick, you got to get out there next year. We got
I got I saw the invite come through from the affiliate stuff, and we couldn't make it again. We couldn't make it work this year, but we will. I wanted to go. We'll make it work next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and let me see. We got some questions here. By the way, I was just remembering that last year you guys kicked me out of the bunkhouse. Do you remember that? Because I was too loud at night.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yes. Ask.
I was really tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking a little loud, Patrick, which was unbelievable for me.
I don't think as much as you as it was Josiah's laugh. He's got that.
Oh,
yes, belly laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was only like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, and the thing was still going on the next day. I was
a little late. It was fine.
Yeah. No. That was funny. That was funny. Okay, so we got some questions. Let's see. Jade Grew wants to know if there's full auto.
IWI is bringing full auto.
Oh, IWI is going to be there. Nice.
IWI is going to be there.
They're a big partner for us, so yeah.
Okay,
really?
Very cool. Yeah, on that list, does it show? Probably on there, it shows.
I was about to say, if you want, I can rattle off some more of the people that are coming.
Yeah.
What's the website one more time?
I'm sorry?
What's the website?
It is psagathering.com.
Yeah, you can also find it on PSA, or if you just Google PSA and the Gathering, you will find it, right?
Hank, if you click on that vendor sponsor link right there, it'll show you all.
Oh yeah, you can scroll down and show everybody.
Yeah,
Platinum sponsors are IWI, Glock, Beretta, Black Aces Tactical, Taurus, Sig Sauer, and Lead Star. Right, and Hyperfire, excuse me. Gold sponsors.
Oh, FN.
Yeah, gold sponsors are FN, Arms Corps, CMMG.
Nice, CMMG.
Davidson's? Is that what that says?
Yeah,
sorry, that's hard to read.
Yeah.
Loophole, Smith & Wesson, Springfield Armory, and Century Arms.
Right.
And then main event sponsors are Palmetto, again, Black Aces Tactical, BlackRock,
Gun Owners,
GOA, DPMS, and Barrett.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a massive facility.
Yeah.
It's and if you keep scrolling down, you'll even see those exhibitors are going to be in the vendor village. So they might not necessarily
even more than that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They might not be necessarily set up on a demo bay, but they'll have a table in the vendor village, and some of them will be selling.
Oh, EOTech is going to be there. Dead Air. I want to talk to those Dead Air guys.
Well, and so we're also, just so you know, there's other events that are going to happen. So Friday night, we've got a band coming out. They're called Dirty Grass Soul. They're pretty big here in Spartanburg, Greenville area. They're going to put on a show for us Friday night. So we're going to have a cool concert Friday night. And then next Saturday night, EOTech's going to hang out for a while and do a night shoot. So they're going to bring some of their new thermals they've got. and we're going to set up.
No
everyone
thermals
to
for you,
ask,
Babyface.
Is there going to be?
You're
I
missing the
literally was
thermals.
just about to ask: is there going to be night stuff going on? Because that's what I'm into right now.
Yeah, he's all about the nice stuff. Oh, this is cool. There's a lot of people. I almost said Cardi B, but that's C and B quality coatings. I'm a little dyslexic. I just saw that, and I was, and my brain was like, "Wait, Cardi B."
Nerd.
And we'll have,
what is nerd?
so,
What is? Okay, sorry. Go ahead. What's nerd?
holster, nerd holsters.
Oh,
I don't know them.
Nerd holsters, huh?
They make a great holster for our dagger. Just throwing that out there.
Ah.
Oh, cool.
JSD. Oh, JSD supply will be there.
Yeah, JSD was there last year. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Night vision devices. Hank, you're going to have to go by number 42 and look at some of their nods.
Lord. Yeah.
One of my sponsored shooters is bringing NVGs, and
Yeah.
he's got some all that good stuff. That
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Some bragging right now.
There
See
you
on
go.
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
This
we'll
is what
have,
Babyface uses to walk his dog, by the way, guys.
Yes,
That's-
that is
Yeah.
pretty much all I get used for right now.
That's his dog
But you
walking.
know what? If the Russians show up, I'm prepared, right?
Oh, right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll have Barrett will be out there. They're going to do the mile challenge.
Oh.
That is also something that you should pre-sign up to do on the website. So what it is, it's going to be $10 to get 2 shots at the mile, and all the money we are going to be collecting for that is going to be donated to the Lawrence County SWAT team.
That's
Cool.
for anybody that's listening, and might think like, oh, that's $10 on top of my 40. That is basically retail for 2 rounds of 50 BMG. So it's
Exactly.
really not that expensive.
No. No,
like
that's an
a
awesome
case
deal.
of a 10-round box of 50 BMG is normally like $60. So that's
Yeah.
probably less than retail, and you don't have to pay for the gun. So
Yeah.
And
There's
if you
that.
hit it, we got a challenge coin for
you
you.
get a
So
$5
oh, that's
challenge.
cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's definitely.
That's real cool.
It's a good price. 42
I'm-
chilled is saying 16 and under free. Is that true?
yes,
Oh my goodness gracious.
This is
we just want people to come out. We just want people to experience it and have a good time, and meet us. And we want to meet the people in our communities and around us. Everybody knows we're in Columbia, South Carolina, so we like meeting our community and who we're with. So
Mhm.
just want everybody to have a good time.
And we didn't go into this to make money either. What we
Mhm.
did, this money really is just to pay for the event. That's the only reason we're charging for it to begin
Yeah.
with. But as long as we break even, like last year, I think we had like $8,000 left over. We paid for the AK Masters.
Yep.
So I mean,
Which is in June.
the bigger it gets, the more we make, the bigger we're going to spend on it.
That's Hank, you and I are gonna have to sit down and I'm gonna have to give you some numbers. You got to go. North American Rescue is another one.
I'm gonna be getting instructions.
My IFAC that I have on my belt.
Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. All right, my bad on that. I'm supposed to be keeping track.
Back to what I was saying.
Yeah.
The IFAC on my belt, on my competition or duty belt, has all North American Rescue stuff in it. It seemed really
nice.
good, so I'd like to see what they have beyond what you could just buy on Amazon.
So they're really good friends with us. They're actually located about 10 minutes from the Greenville store.
Yeah.
And
they're very
they've
close.
got a
Cool.
training facility on site. If you ever come down, I'll take you for a tour over there. We're really close to those guys.
Super cool. Yeah, no, the stuff I got, because so when I went to build out the IFAC, for anybody listening, it's individual first aid kit. I kind of I did the typical and went on Amazon to see what things were going for, and they had a pretty nice ready to go kind of IFAC all in one. It had like all the gauzes you needed, it had your tourniquet, it had a bunch of stuff, and I was like, it was like $35. So I just went ahead and got it, and haven't needed to use it yet, but it seems like it would hold up just fine.
We have a PSA branded version of that in the stores.
Oh, sweet.
So I can speak to the non-PSA branded version, but if anybody goes for the PSA one, it works just fine. It seems like it would work great.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, you can't hurt by having the PSA. Where's mine? My thing is right up here somewhere on the side.
Yeah,
I like how this hat has, I don't know, did I show off my hat yet?
it's on the side.
Yeah, it's right there
Yeah,
on the
it's kinda
side,
cool.
yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. I think I got this last year at the.
Probably.
Yeah, there's gonna be some cool. There's gonna be some cool PSA swag out there as well. I'm guessing.
You know why that hat? You know why that logo's that way? I had to convince her of this when this first happened. It's a cool story. That logo's on the side of that hat because that's the side everybody takes a picture of you on when you're shooting.
Oh, okay, that makes
So the
sense.
logo's front.
Smart.
The logo's
yeah.
front.
Yeah.
That makes
The
sense.
logo's
That
front.
totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? I like it though. I like it being a little off kilter like that. Makes it different from a lot of other
Yeah,
hats.
no, I think it's cool. It looks good.
Yeah, and it's how is this done? Anyway, because this is like
That's a thin PVC patch, I believe.
oh okay because
Glued
it's
on
not
PVC.
it's not
It looks
easy to
like-
do that on hats, right? You can't. It's
Mm-mm.
not easy to get that complicated on a hat.
They
I'm just
make
going
the
to
patch
throw
and then
some
it's kinda-
shout outs. The people that we get those hats from, they're BlackRock branding and they are going to be at the gathering.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rock.
I'm not trying to oversell this to folks out there, but it was a really cool event last year, in my opinion. You know, SHOT Show is okay. I'm not trying to knock SHOT Show, but it's kind of I don't know. I don't necessarily like going out to Vegas for stuff. It's expensive out there. You know, I would like to see more companies do what you guys are doing and do some events like this around the country and make it easier for folks to get out there, as well as smaller companies.
There's no East Coast since like you guys were saying, since SHOT Show left Orlando. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything East Coast other
But
than you guys.
there's also nothing like my aggravation with the SHOT Show, and we love them, we support them, we'll always go. My aggravation with it is it's just kind of us, right? It's not customers. I'd rather be out shooting with customers and joking with them. And like last year, we had a rain day, and the kid showed up from it was like Minnesota or somewhere.
Yeah,
Him and his
dad.
We did a boutique show for him. We walked him around, did everything, and let the kid experience the whole. I mean, he had a one-on-one experience with us, you know, me and Logan and everybody. But I would rather do an event like this where customers can come in and shoot with us and that kind of thing. You still have the industry, but with SHOT Show, the general public don't get to interact with you. It's all of us who talk to each other every day in some shape, form, or fashion, talking to each other again for a week and having drinks afterwards. That's what SHOT Show's turned into.
Yeah.
Here's another one, Hank. Stroop Knives. That's one of the people that's going to be
I don't think you can look at this list, man.
I mean, this
you're not allowed to look at this list anymore.
Red handle with screws looks really
He's gonna have you walk around with one of them little boxes.
Yeah,
like
it's gonna drive me crazy.
Well, I'm not going, so I'm gonna have to make Hank do all this for me.
Him and Lola think they're the boss of me already right now as it goes.
That's right. So you gotta go check all these places
Lola.
out.
Yeah.
Well, yes, Lola is the boss, but he acts like that all the time too.
She's a literal boss.
Yeah.
Listen,
So-
I can't be there, so somebody's got to fill in. Somebody's got to see all these cool things for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to live vicariously through
You
somebody.
need to get down there. No. Okay. Yes. All right. No, that's cool. That's cool. If anyone else wants to tell me where to go to while I'm down there, feel free.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's
Feel
a
free.
lot of cool people that are going to be there.
They are. It's fun, and it is. You know, I think this is a really good format. So I hope that this continues to be successful. The other companies get on board, and even for other companies out there in other parts of the country, if you want to do something like this, I think it's a really good idea. There is nothing wrong with SHOT Show. There's nothing wrong with the NRAM, for that matter. We all have some different things about it, but I think that this kind of stuff, to me, has a better feel to it. So,
Well, I think this is kind of like taking the best of SHOT Show, the best of NRA, and then putting it on a range where you can interact with customers, not just through conversation, but through demos of firearms and other whatever you have. So,
yeah. Okay. So cool. So go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's just it's a combination of all of the good things the industry. I think the industry was looking for that, and it's outdoors. We're going to have to deal with COVID for a while. It's not going to go away. It's been a thing, and no matter what you say, it's still it's a real reality. And some companies don't want to have their people indoors. We saw that during SHOT Show, but the same companies come to this because you're going to be outdoors. You got good airflow. It's South Carolina, we're relatively stable right now. So
I feel like connecting with the end user is the buyer, the actual person that's going to be playing with your toys. Like that's the people to talk to. Because Shot does.
Well, I'm all
like,
over social media. I mean, that's what we do. That's what we as a company's kind of rewrote how to actively engage with end users. I think, and this is an extension of that.
Hank and I mean, this podcast, I can say in general, has been talking about that for years. I think, right, Hank? It's Oh, he disappeared.
Yeah. No, I'm right here. Yes, I agree.
The marketing side of the gun world is still living in like 1980. It feels like sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
They don't have a Logan.
No, they don't.
I got a Logan.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's true. It's true. I think that you guys do a lot of things differently, and obviously you're shaking up the entire industry. You're like a quiet giant out there in the industry. I don't think people really realize how big PSA is. Yeah, what kind of massive influence you have on things. I mean, I know, I know you guys don't talk about that all the time or whatever. At least not, externally. But
the only thing I would say is a lot of people don't know what OEMs are and don't realize where their things are truly coming from.
Right, who's making the stuff.
Oh, no, PSA is the worst. They have the worst customer service, but I'll go buy brand X. And it's like, oh, okay,
I don't think
you buy that brand X.
Yeah, I think
you need to throw that PSA bolt away and put a Toolcraft in it.
That's right. Get a Toolcraft. It's way better.
Do that. We'll say
you'll be totally fine.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. It's kind of crazy. And even with the customer service like that, people do want to complain about. You guys have done a lot in that.
We got well. I mean, this is where I have to admit some stuff. Around the COVID time, we ran into a lot of problems, and we lost a lot of people. People weren't applying for jobs.
Yeah.
Our call ratios went through the roof. We're having problems getting people in the office because what's happened during COVID, and a lot of people don't see this, is we've trained the public how to work. And the way they can work now is from home, and they don't want to come into an office. So we're having to rethink. We're actually in a big hiring push right now to hire a lot of customer service reps. If anybody wants a job, go to PalmettoStateArmory.com careers. We're going to have some pretty decent paying jobs from work from home for customer service, just so we get the phones answered a lot quicker. We've had an issue since COVID, and our customers really, I'm not going to say, they don't see that all the time.
On a broad scale, I do customer service. It's on a technical thing, so it's not just like broad customer service. It's business to business, and it's super technical, but it's one of those things that the company I work for has been work from home since 2015, so well before COVID was even considered. And the team that I work with, it works really well. We don't need to be. I do miss some things about being in an office, but we have a ticketing queue, we have a phone call system. As long as things are getting done and things are getting answered, and it's like I don't care where the rest of the team is. I don't care what they're doing as long as stuff's working, Right. So that's one of the teams that works well in that. The only thing I miss is you don't have the camaraderie of working from an office.
Yeah.
Right.
You get used to it.
You also probably have less calls to human resources.
Nobody
getting in trouble for something you said to a coworker.
Yeah,
right.
I've never heard of any.
Yeah, it's probably less. I mean, unless you hit reply all on, like, I know some people who have hit reply all sending out stuff like gun pictures and gotten into big trouble.
A previous
not a PSA, of course.
For,
you can't get in trouble like that. Yeah.
A previous company that I worked for, we had some like almost C-level people who. It was a tech company. I've always worked for tech companies. We had a C-level executive who was working for a tech startup and didn't understand he had multiple times where he put his full personal address in his emails and then blasted them to the entire company without realizing. There were multiple times where he put the entire message in the subject line and blasted that out to people. It's like, how did you get hired for a tech company when you can't even use email?
The company I worked at before this, there was a gentleman that he would red flag every email because he thought it sent faster.
Oh, Lord.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
He goes, well, it gets there faster, right? So it's not.
It's not how any of this works.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So that is cool. So people around the country, if they want to work for PSA, can actually apply and be customer service for you guys. How does that work? Like, do they have to do it physically from a home? Can they do it from a van? Just asking for a friend.
Oh,
Doesn't
get
matter.
out of here.
Asking for his friend.
Yeah. You trying to get a discount? Is that what you
Yeah.
for a discount?
Yeah. Hey, you know.
No, yeah, you could. We'll provide everything, and as long as you log in the morning, we can keep track of your calls, how you know what your performance is during the day, and everything. We're just going to have to go to that. All the good customer service reps are doing it. Unfortunately, they know that they don't have to work in an office now, so they can work from home, be with the kids or whatever. So that's what we're having to contend with on the customer service side.
Yeah,
it's our problem to deal with, but it's a reality.
Yeah, it's a good thing and bad thing that happened because of COVID, I think. It's good and it's bad in ways. It's taking away that personal thing, like Patrick said, but it is creating opportunities for people because you could, like right now, look at gas prices, right? Even with this event.
That's my favorite thing.
Yeah.
My car has been sitting on 40 miles to empty for the last couple days, and it's because I go one block down to pick up Duncan in the morning and one block back home. That I don't use gas anymore. It is the big savior.
Well, yeah. I mean, and if you look at gas prices right now, especially people driving diesels, kind of rough. Rough out there.
I had to. This is going to sound snooty as hell when I say it, but Hank, you and I have talked about this. The Mustang gets better performance when you put premium in it. So I've always kind of taken the hit and put premium in the car. The last time I filled up, I looked. It was $5 a gallon for premium or $4.39 for regular, and I was like, I just can't. I don't drive that much anymore. I just can't do it. There's no way I can spend that money when I could just put regular and it's gonna sit in the driveway anyway.
Meanwhile, you have a lot of money. You just show your helmet again because that's I'm not.
See, that's where the money
I'm not
goes
judging.
Instead of paying gas prices,
it's all right there.
Yeah, there you go.
It goes all right here. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I agree. I totally approve of people saving money so they can get more gun stuff.
There's another helmet on the wall that I actually convinced Marley to let me set up for her with a PVS 7 on it and Comtax and everything. So
right. Yeah. So basically, your second setup.
My second setup, and I've almost convinced her. To let me build her a set of dual tubes instead of the PVS 7. We're pretty close. I just got to get the money together for it. Yeah.
Do you guys? How is the price of gas in South Carolina right now?
It cost me $69 to fill up my car the other day.
I was about to say it's Sam's this morning when I stopped. It was $3.93. It's Sam's though, so that's the discounted.
Right. It's close to $5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Premium. I have to use premium in my car too. I got the same issue.
So regular is about $4.18.
Yeah. 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 It's
frustrating.
Yeah. Typically, if you have turbos and stuff like that, like this van is turbo. The van that I have
likes
is
premium better.
Yeah, it's a Ford Transit and it's a 350 HD, so it has that same engine that's inside of the Raptor. Yep. But I just put regular in there, to be honest with you. But you get better performance.
I can tell you, it performs better when you put the premium in it.
It does. It lasts a little bit longer too, especially with turbos.
It does.
Right, until you have to fill up a 25-gallon tank. So
$5 a gallon. I was like, I can't do that. I just can't. That's insane.
You know what? I hate to say this to Americans because I know it gets Americans mad. But people in other parts of the world, specifically people in Europe, for example, are paying way more than that. I don't think that America should be paying a lot of money, but we're not using the resources that we have, so here we are. But it's bad everywhere for everyone with that. And it's been fun looking at people getting mad at people over like electric cars. So I've seen two things happening. I've seen the dudes who have electric cars. Lola actually has a Tesla. And I've seen people who have those like bragging right now. Bragging, and then people get mad and pile on them. And then the opposite, people hating on people who have them because it's like, what, am I supposed to spend $50,000 and get an electric car?
I'm not mad at anybody that owns an electric vehicle. I think if it works for you, it works for you. I'm upset at when you're watching the news and Buttigieg comes on and says, well, if you had an electric car, we wouldn't have a problem right now. And it's like, dude, you're in charge of transportation. That's not the answer to this. You're supposed to be fixing this.
Yeah. The answer is never people, like everyone in the country. Like if you're gonna buy new cars, I mean, I like cars, so there's nothing wrong with people buying new cars. And I would definitely say if you can afford it, to at least consider electric cars. Right now, Lola can charge up the car here at the house, and really, I mean, honestly, she says she hasn't even noticed the electric bill, our electric bill, go up off of charging that car. And that car gets charged, and my van gets charged as well because it has lithium batteries on board. So, you know, it is more affordable if you're buying a car. But overall, that's not the best thing for everyone to do in the world, even if you care about the environment. We can't all dump our cars and go buy new cars. That's actually the most destructive thing to the environment that we could all do. And electric cars, the stuff that goes into them is actually not one, it's not common on the planet, and you know, and there's a lot of bad ways that people out there in the world are trying to get all these rare earth metals out of stuff that already exists. So
hey, you know what country has a lot of rare earth metals?
Afghanistan has a bunch of them.
I was gonna say Ukraine.
Ukraine has,
anyway.
I know, Ukraine. Russia, by the way, has a lot. Yeah, and you know where's the other place that there's a lot of this, like really a lot of this stuff? The moon. You know, the place.
We should just go mine. Just bring it in, hook it, bring it on down, mine it up, and then push it back out into space.
Just call Elon; he'll take care of it.
Yeah,
we don't need tides. Tides are for losers.
Yeah, this is like I could get so deep in this, and we should have, like, if we wanted to bridge to I don't know, more fuel efficient cars, whatever it is we wanted to do, right? We should have used compressed natural gas in America. That's like, we've got more of that than Saudi Arabia has oil, and you could easily convert vehicles that already exist, which is like the best thing. And then compressed natural gas is 50% cleaner than gasoline. It was like, yeah. So, you know, but what do we know? I mean, you know, Buttigieg just knows better than us, I guess. You know, they didn't even invite at the White House. They didn't even invite. They had the American electric car manufacturers come up to the White House. They didn't invite the biggest one on the face of the planet, Tesla, which is an American company. You know, and if it wasn't for that,
but they don't like Elon. You got to agree with
that. Exactly.
Yeah. But recently, the Russians, I think they either threatened or did cut off America from the space station and all that, and we don't have to worry about it because of SpaceX. So, I mean, let's just think about that for a second. Yeah. So, and these people, and they didn't get invited, and Elon's not even like, he's not. I don't know that he's. I don't want to say like, you know, sides or whatever. But I think Elon is somewhere in the middle, you know, probably leaning more left.
Well, he's socially, he's like I mean, there's a lot of people like that. You're socially liberal, but you're physically
fiscally conservative.
Right.
Didn't he just challenge Putin to a fight?
Did he really?
Yeah, okay.
There was like a tweet. I swear.
Oh, no, he's a troll. Elon Musk is a troll.
He's a very good internet troll.
But still.
Yeah,
he does not like the Biden administration. That's
no.
Yeah, they don't like him either, obviously.
At all.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Did you see any of the?
Oh, we're going to break. We're breaking.
Oh, sorry.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Okay, so let's see. We are actually in the Gorn section of the show right now. So, yeah, by the way, there's a little countdown there for everyone, but I know we're having too much fun talking, so we're totally ignoring. I just saw that. It said like 4 seconds, and I was like, oh, no. Here we go. So, yeah, it gives us 20 minutes on everything. Right now it's green down there, and everyone can see it. I don't know if you guys can see that as well. Yeah. So just in case I get all excited here and don't pay attention, there's a whole bunch of different things. Let me see. So Armament and Axis says so Patrick could shave and look young enough to get in free because of 16 and under.
I might be able to if I got rid of the beard. I just have to cover up and hide the bald spot too. So
yeah, exactly. I haven't seen any bald 16-year-olds walking around.
yeah.
No offense. So let me see what else is going on here. Cruiseman says, "Too bad that's 4 hours for me, and I would have to take out a mortgage to go." Laugh out loud.
I know. It's
4 hours is not bad. It's more than 6 hours. Drive. Yeah, it's like 6 hours for me and Lola. So, but hey, maybe you can carpool, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll just camp out. I'll hide in the bathroom area in the back of your RV and just you won't know I'm there until we're like 3 hours in the drive, and then it's too late. You can't take me back.
I don't like that idea.
I'll take a tent.
I don't like that.
I'll take a tent. You don't have to worry about me. Once we get there, I'll just tent out on the side. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, that sounds better.
We don't have to snuggle or anything. That can be.
There's gonna be a big tent community out there.
Probably, yeah.
I'm pretty
Especially
sure.
if the weather's good right now.
Yeah. What is the weather?
Yeah.
Did you guys look? What is the weather gonna be?
During the day, it's looking about 60s, low 70s.
That's nice.
Morning
That's
will
nice.
probably be 30s, 40s, but it'll heat up pretty quick.
No rain scheduled.
That sounds like a great camping trip.
Yeah.
Wood everywhere.
Yeah. Let's see. So Brian Quick. Oh, I guess this is about the hats. Brian Quick says, "Not if you're left-handed. We must destroy the patriarchal right-handed supremacy." And 42 Chill says, "Ambi is best." Oh my goodness. Okay. Listen, it's
We'll do one on each side next time.
We'll
you gotta have a left hand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Is there any special swag that's coming out there right now? Can you guys even talk about that, like for this year or?
You guys need coins?
I got cigars
again.
coins.
Oh, you have cigars? Okay, cool.
You've got some cigars. We have some Let's Go Brandon shirts we're going to be throwing at people if they want them.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Everybody else will have some sort of swag. I mean, obviously patches, stickers, hats, the whole 9 yards. You'll walk out like a billboard.
Yeah. If people can make it out there, if you have to get a buddy, split the prices on it.
Price of gas,
Yeah, it's really worth it. For $40. And then if you do the mile challenge, that's like another extra $10. I mean,
yeah,
you'll get
all for a good cause.
Yeah. And then is there a thing where people can meet the YouTube celebrities while they're there? Are they just going to be walking around, I guess?
You just have to put a tent up
you
for
would
yourself.
Like to meet Hank while you're there.
Well, not me necessarily.
I
don't think anyone wants to meet me. But there is no list of who's actually coming so far as the YouTube guys yet, right?
For the media, we have a list. Okay. We haven't released. I know they're gonna. Yeah. Most of the media is gonna be there the whole time.
It's not about media personalities. It's about going for the regular average guy and having a good time.
Whatever,
Babyface. That's why we gave media their own day.
Yeah.
This actually was the precursor to this was media days.
Right. It was strictly a media day.
We did the thing, we had you guys down. Mm-hmm. So we took that and went, okay, we can do this a little bit better, make it a little bit more, professional, if you will, and have some other people come in. Mm-hmm. So Avant Link and the guys from the affiliate network or whatnot, they get a day to themselves for you guys with the vendors private so that you can get content and do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. And then we open it up to the public. So really, this is that one day is taking the place of the old media day event that we used to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and listen, this is my point of view on it. First of all, YouTubers, I don't care about. I'm definitely not the biggest gun YouTuber out there, but you could be the biggest, and you could have 10 million people subscribe to you if you want. You are not even in D-list category when it comes to celebrity. Nobody knows who you are except maybe in the in the gun world or whatever. So that's one.
Do you really want to? Celebrity status is just...
No, I personally don't.
What qualifies as celebrity status?
I don't know what level you'd have to get to.
I think you have to be Keanu Reeves to be considered you have to be like that.
Maybe
if we could get him to come do a demo.
Yeah.
Oh man, it'd be over.
That'd be awesome.
He's shot through them quite a few times. There's starting to be some celebrities legitimately shooting competition.
Oh yeah.
Somebody should reach out to Post Malone. I know he's a gun guy. That dude loves guns.
Yeah.
He was. Yeah, we were supposed to have a thing with him when he was here
last year when he came in concert, but he had a little too much fun the night before.
Right. No, I can't believe that's possible. How did that happen? Yeah. So, like, I mean, I'm pretty sure even those people that have really, 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 really big channels don't consider themselves celebrities.
Well, just to throw a couple names out there then, I mean, Such is coming. You're going to be there. Mr. Guns and Gear is coming. I'm trying
we were hoping to get Mike out here. He's actually become a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Grand Thumb.
Grand Thumb. Okay.
His schedule's not allowing it this year, but he's going to do some stuff with us. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there will be some folks out there that you guys know in the gun community that you guys either are big on social media like Instagram, YouTube, etc. It is a good thing, I think, to have the separation of that media day so people can get their videos and everything done on that day.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they'll get everything done, but I actually enjoy. It's going to sound weird, but hey, I shoot a lot of guns already, so sometimes for me it's more fun to just sit back and watch the folks out there shoot things. And last year when I went to your event, I enjoyed that. Like, it was a lot of fun for me to see these kids that were all super excited to see these guns. In a big way, the guns are the celebrities to a lot of folks out there. And I remember seeing, like, kids coming up with their parents and being really super excited to get there and shoot these guns, and I would rather stand back all day.
That's my favorite part too.
Yeah,
that's my favorite part too. Seeing the kids come and shoot with their parents and experience it all for the first time. That's fun.
Yeah. So
I don't even think I pulled a trigger the last event.
I didn't.
Maybe a test.
That's how it goes. It's like getting married. You don't even get to eat during the wedding. You just you're there for everybody else.
Throw some flowers and call it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if I go to ranges, sometimes I go to the range and, like, I mean, I have my own range and it's just a lot easier to do things that way. But sometimes I go to a range and it gets crazy because then everyone wants me to shoot their gun. Which is like,
come look at this.
Yeah. Or if I'm trying to make a video, everyone and their mama thinks that they know how I should do what I'm about to do.
They're the expert at everything.
Yeah, it literally kills. Anytime I try to do a video like that, the videos. I remember one time I had a 50. I zeroed it and everything here. I was like, I'm going to go to this range so I can shoot long distance. All I'm going to need to do is make sure that I'm in it, blah, blah, blah. And I went there. Everyone had, like, an opinion. And then obviously I don't want to be that guy. So I'm like, I knew this guy was a total, D-bag or whatever. So everyone's messing around with everything. Like, oh no, you got to change this. You got completely messed everything up. And then my friend who ran the range was included in that. And then when he messes everything up, he goes, oh yeah, you know what? Yeah, I messed it up. I guess I shouldn't have done anything. And I was like, okay, it's totally fine. The day wasted.
They wasted, and then every
it's
round was $5 down the tube.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What was that, Chad?
It's getting increasingly tough for me to go. I shoot competition. It's tough because people find out who you are, and it's you're trying to get ready to do it, and you have long conversations up until it's time to get your name called, and you break concentration. And I mean, I get it. I'm interacting with customers too, but like you said, this is it's not. You got your job and you got fun, and sometimes you want to separate the two and just do your thing. And sometimes it's tough. I've gotten real selective on squatting and that kind of thing because if you really want to get in and compete, I'm the most competitive person you'll ever meet.
Right.
So, you don't want to spend all day having a conversation. I love doing it, but at a match, let's do it before or after. Let's not do it when I'm walking up to the start line.
Yeah, and you know what's funny, Chad? I just can't imagine in my mind that Chad would ever get grumpy with anyone. I don't. I get grumpy with myself when I throw my gun if I mess up. But I'm just teasing you, Chad. I'm just teasing you.
She's the only one that makes me mad.
Yeah. See, Logan was like, I'm not saying anything right here. Yeah.
Please.
No. Listen, Chad can look like he's actually really nice, believe it or not. He if you see him in person, you can go, Chad can get a little serious really fast on you, but you have to, man. Like a lot of stuff is resting on your shoulders, so I get
He's
it.
fine. He's a teddy
Yeah.
bear.
Yeah, no, he's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. I just want to make sure my guns keep coming in for PSA. And then when the ammo gets built,
I just text goes, we're gonna get you some.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah. Anyway, listen, we were supposed to be showing Gorn. Are we gonna actually show Gorn here? Let's get into what did you guys bring?
Is there
in?
any PSA Gorn?
Yeah. Well, I've got a lead star rifle.
Don't take a sip of water. No. PSA's got all the good Gorn. Let's see the good
lead
Gorn.
star rifle right here. Yeah, but let's see what you guys have. See, check this out. There's my lead star rifle.
So the
he's got his lead star.
Yeah. This is the Grunt. Well, it's the Grunt. I always want to call this the Grunt 3 when I look at the thing, because you see right here.
Somebody just did that. We just had a review and somebody called it the
Grunt.
It's what I want to say every single time when I see that.
Right.
I always want to say it's the Grunt 3, but it's not, right? There's no.
That's right. That was just 3 little hash marks that somebody threw at the end of it. We're doing, since you got that gun for review, we're picking up law enforcement contracts like crazy on that gun because it's so flat.
Cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Female officers and smaller frame officers, the gun doesn't move.
It's really nice.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very nice.
We've had
and
probably 7 agencies in the last month too.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's got a nice feel to it. I know that's weird, but I don't know how to explain this to people. When I'm looking at ARs, right? Because there's so many ARs. You go to a store and you're just going to see a wall full of ARs. And I tell people who manufacture these things, people are going to pull the charging handle, they're going to hold it, they're going to feel the materials. And lots of people don't believe me. They think they can build something for a couple of $100 and then sell it for $2,000. People, like I've seen people do that and send them out to the stores, and then the stores get stuck with them. Like you're going to pick that gun up and just feel it and feel what's going on there. And you could tell the difference in the materials that's on there. Like I could tell, like that might look like a regular pistol grip, but I can feel that it's not. So,
right.
Yeah.
That is a big deal and the lead star is kind of like a little bit upscale, right?
Yeah, it's a boutique. We're going to get more involved in it, but that's one of the most winning platforms besides JP. I mean, you got to give JP credit where credit's due. If you go to a USPSA match, PCC match, 2-gun, 3-gun, we got guys we're constantly in the top 5 with the lead star guns. And that's, you don't do that with guns that don't run. It don't happen.
Yeah. Okay.
It's funny when I see the you've seen the tier structure of the operator Gucci competitor tier and the mid tier and the low tier. I can tell you that the podium is not a reflection of that shitty meme. I can tell you.
Yeah. So okay, so let's see, what do you guys have? What did you guys bring?
So I'm gonna tell you, so when I first heard about the dagger, I was like, I just clone gun, cool. I fell in love with it, worked with it, and was ultimately helping in a big way getting that gun to market near the end. But one thing that we're bringing out to the gathering, there's like 2 things that I've had that I've been here that I picked up the very first time and used it and fell in love with. And I never would have thought I'd fell in love with this, what I'm about to show you, because I never wanted one.
No.
So the first thing was our AAC ammunition. I don't know, we hadn't really touched on that, but that 9mm ammo is phenomenal. We took it and tested it. We shot for probably 6,000-7,000 rounds with it. The next weekend, I converted completely over to it. I'm not reloading right now. I'm shooting all AAC 9mm 115 grain.
Interesting.
And doing really well with it. So I can't plug it enough. It's from the time I picked it up, it wasn't just like some hand-picked scoop of ammo that they did for me. The guy that runs the place walked over there with a bucket and stuck the bucket in the ammo pile that was, coming out of the hopper and said, "Here." So it wasn't like they did some kind of special batch or whatever. It was literally what was getting ready to be boxed.
So we go back for a second here on the ammo thing. So the AAC ammo is part of, like, is that a new acquisition or you guys? Yeah.
No, if you remember we bid on Remington years ago.
Yes,
and that fell through. So the which is probably the best thing that ever happened. I was really hoping it went this way because Remington's an older company, it's got a great name, but the machinery was it's been there for a while. Jamin decided to make the investment and buy new machinery, state of the art, like true production. You need to get Josiah to bring you to look at this thing. I mean, it's one of the most impressive buildings I've seen us build in a long time. I mean,
and this one is in South Carolina.
It's right down the road from us.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Great facility. The guys who run it are great. The ammunition they're producing is great.
Huge facility.
Right. A big investment.
Growth.
It was probably one of the largest investments I've seen personally here, since I've been here anyway. But
wow, that's okay. That's saying a lot. Okay.
And they're doing it right. They're perfecting the ammo caliber by caliber, grain by grain. So the 9mm 115 was the easiest to get up. It's the best seller.
Mm-hmm.
They perfected it. We started selling it. Now they're working on 124s. We'll go to 147s. Then we'll go to the 55 grain 5.56, and then they're going to do a 77 grain OTM type, match grade 223 load. So each time one gets perfected, we add more to it, and it's part of our. It's not really PSA. I don't want people to think PSA is making ammo. They're not. AAC is a division of JJE, which is our parent company.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. So just, I know, listen, we're going to continue going over into the other sections here, but I think this is going to be kind of interesting, especially in the last few years. Ammo's been like the number one thing on everyone's mind. Yeah. So AAC was really going to be suppressor stuff, right? I mean, and it is, I'm assuming.
It is.
Still.
It's both. So
Okay.
AAC, the Ammo's, America's Ammunition Company, is the tagline. We decided to use it because 300 Black, 300 AAC was kind of a spin off of that. They'd already had some ammo that's known for it. We just decided to use it and kind of diversify and have the ammo line with the AAC name and logo, which is a little bit different than the AAC suppressor side. They do work hand in hand. We're going to continue to do that. Those suppressors should be out, I think, by the end of the year. They're working on it, but it's like two brands within one organization is the way you look at that.
Okay. All right. Very cool. So we're going to see a lot of different kinds of ammo coming to bear here from the AAC brand. And then it's going to kind of function the same way everything else has, because I know, for example, that if you guys are building like this Lead Star and it's super popular, you could build more of these. So is that going to happen the same way with ammo? So maybe, as we, I don't know if we're going to get back into another big ammo thing, but that might help.
So there's some factors that's going on behind the scenes with the ammo thing that's kind of a concern, which is why we're trying to force, not really force, but bad word, but trying to get the equipment over here as much as possible. There's shipping issues all over the world. Some of that machinery comes from overseas. It's like very high-end machines from Italy that's specialized to do certain things. That plant isn't easy to turn. Like here in a machine shop, you order a CNC machine, you get a robot, whatever, 12, 16, 18 week lead time. If you decide to make another caliber, you want something. These aren't like little presses. They're, $15 million, $30 million or $10 million things. You have to go in. They're expensive to set up and maintain.
Well, I encourage you. We have an AAC Facebook page that's got videos and pictures kind of the setup. If you really want to see what we've got behind it. I mean, JJE has put a lot into
it's to the point that you order raw materials by the pound. So you get lead by the rolls, you get copper by the rolls, blah, blah. Goes into a machine, comes in, everything's done. Like we're in 100% control of our own destiny. So the first phase of it was to get the 9mm going, the projectiles. We sold those. I tested them, reloaded with them. They were great. Then we went into ammo. The ammo is really good. I can't brag about it enough. It's clean. It's about 1080 feet per second. Had a very good standard deviation. It's almost like something you'd hand load, to be honest with you.
Okay, hold on 1 second, because I think we're going to take a hard break here. We're going to come right back, and we're going to continue this here in a few. With Arms List, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors. So when you're in the market, please consider Arms List. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Arms List. All right, awesome. This is actually, I know this is something that a lot of people do care about here. I don't know, Patrick, did you have a question before we continue?
No, I I would love to see you guys flood the market with some reloading components, because I don't want to pay $80 for 1,000 primers, and I'm being cheap.
Yeah, and so that's getting worse. There's some stuff that I don't really. I have inherent fears about some of the ammo stuff just from being in part of the industry and watching what's going on right now. You know, the Russia thing, that's going to hurt. There's some brass stuff that's going to, you know, overseas conflicts and that kind of thing. So we're watching the way the ammo situation is going to end up maybe in the next year, and we're trying to respond to it internally. That's why we're doing the 9 first. We'll do 223 next. We are going to do steel case, but we're out, you know, probably 6 months to a year before we get those machines. There's going to be a 7.62 need in this country, U.S. based, quick, I believe. That's
I'd love to hear it, because 545. Oh, I can do some Gorn real quick. Getting 545 to feed the crank is just absolutely killing me.
Yeah,
it's not going to get better, unfortunately.
No, I don't think it will.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, right? Because we almost were starting to climb out of what happened with ammo, and then boom, we hit something else again that doesn't seem to be going away anytime fast. And
see, it's not just it's not the interesting thing. If you are behind the scenes, it's not just the 7.62 545. It's the steel case 9mm, the steel case 223, steel case 308. They import hundreds of millions of rounds into this country, and there's customers out there consuming those hundreds of millions of rounds. It's about to not have those hundreds of millions of rounds coming because we've got a conflict over there. It's nothing to do with a shortage or anything like that. We'll end up being our own worst enemy eventually. I feel that. But
it works out for the administration in charge. They don't want you having ammo, or especially affordable ammo. So this is great for them.
Yeah,
you know,
it's the same thing.
I hate to say that, but
same thing with gas. That's what's happening. Same thing with gas. It's forcing people in a direction. Yeah.
So we're trying to respond to that internally. I want to say some mid-time this year. We're still on schedule to do our own primers, so that's when we'll be able to get the more affordable primers. But to be honest with you, you only sell excess primers when you have surplus ammo.
Yeah, that's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. When the primers dried up, everybody's like, "Where'd they go?" Well, they're selling so much ammo. All the manufacturers are selling so much ammo. Why would you sell your primers out when you can put it in cases and make a lot more money?
So what you typically do with the primers, and I'm learning about this as I go and hearing the industry and how it works, you never stop producing the same number of primers that you've always produced. So if your call is to make 10,000 a day, you continue to make 10,000 a day if you're only selling 2,000 rounds. And all those excess primers go into the component market to be able to fuel reloaders. So when you have an excess of the primers over your ammunition consumption, that's how you get components out on the network for sale.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not happening. So every bit of their consumption, and then these companies are scared to make some type of a huge investment, because we did that under Obama. You got a lot of companies. Think about the companies that came and went under Obama.
Oh yeah, man.
I understand that though. Like, if I were an investor or somebody starting a company, I'd be looking at how many people went under after Trump got elected. There was also the problem of people geared up for the Hillary plan, and that didn't come to fruition. So
yeah,
now you got a lot of guys that only shoot. I mean, the average gun owner, I'd say, maybe shoots a couple thousand rounds a year. That may be stretching it. So they're setting on, they're setting on 10,000 rounds of 22, 5,000 rounds of 5.56. That's a lifetime of shooting for them. They don't need to purchase. So that happened at the end of Obama, worried about Hillary, into the Trump. Then you had the Trump slump, which killed the industry. So if all those guys that spent all that money during the Obama administration trying to gear up to meet demand, they had issues.
Why do we keep shooting ourselves in the foot? I mean, the same thing happened a few years ago. I don't know, maybe it's a lot longer now. But remember, the same thing happened with suppressors, right? Everyone was like, oh, we're going to get the suppressors off the NFA. People stopped buying suppressors. The whole market went down. Stuff that, like, innovative stuff that was supposed to come out got shelved. It's crazy.
People were promised something that, if you paid attention to the suppressor market, if you paid attention, 1, to suppressors, and 2, to politics, anybody that has been in the suppressor game long enough, knew damn well that they were not coming off the NFA. I don't care what you told me; they were not coming off the NFA.
Yeah, but that whole thing that put
a lot of people with their hopes
business.
up, and they didn't want to buy because, well, it comes off the NFA soon. You know.
Yeah.
Well, it put them out of business, and it stopped. Like you hit on it just a second ago. If you don't have money and excess and cash flow for research and development, you're not going to grow. You're not going to. You're not going to spend a lot of time in trying to make something new. So we ended up with a bunch of suppressors that were the same technology that they were for the last 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
People just automatically quit buying them. I can tell you from the store perspective, we just had suppressors sitting around on the shelves that we had to liquidate to employees and whatnot because we couldn't get rid of them. And by the time you go past 2 or 3 years and your technology's outdated anyway. So
yeah, it's
a
little.
We're a very toxic industry. We could have a whole podcast on me getting on a soapbox about
this is the type of stuff I would love to hear more of, especially on the component side. And
we absolutely will do it. I mean, PSA, usually you guys come on, you're very honest with us. Obviously, there's things that you can't put out there yet, but we do it. Let me get this comment from Shelly Fungus. Says, you guys aren't talking about the most important thing, commodity shortages. It's real. Nickel hasn't traded since last Tuesday, guys.
Right. Yeah. It's across
crazy, actually.
It's deeper than that. I mean, there's a lot. We could go on a whole, like I say, we could have a whole broadcast on that.
Yeah.
Shipping. Go to do this for me, and your listeners too. Go to a Walmart or a grocery store right now and just pay attention to the aisles. Yeah. I tried to find baby spinach the other night, and I was like, "What the hell is there? Did something blow up, or did baby spinach dies, or some kind of fungus that's killed?" There's nothing out there. There's holes in every shelf in every market. I've never seen anything like it. It's almost like we're in a depression, and nobody's talking about it.
Right.
No, everything's fine. Everybody should just look the other way.
Well, we're getting hit with perfect storms.
Biden is the best president ever with the most votes. He definitely won with the most votes ever. And we should all just be happy. Babyface
is being sarcastic if you don't know that.
I mean, stuff like avocado oil, it's $20.
Well, avocados took see, we're in a perfect storm and people don't realize it. Avocados took a hit recently because remember they weren't allowing them there was a temporary ban on import because there was some kind of thing going on with Mexico. Yeah. There's a bunch of weird stuff happening right now, and honestly, in lots of places in the world, people are kind of hunkering down, I think, and getting ready. So I mean, just
because the world is going in the wrong direction, clearly going in the wrong.
Well, I mean, it's clear to everybody, but circle back girl that gets on TV and lives.
Shelly Fungus says Argentina stopped soybean exports today. Food protectionism. There's a lot of things going on, and we're not paying attention. And in lots of ways, we're getting pacified, or we're getting numb to the news and tuning out from the news and not paying attention.
I don't
looking at the right stuff.
Like this. Did any of you guys notice the way they cut off the money to the Russian hierarchy, and when all this happened, like the e-money just kind of went away? Those guys who push that stuff across the world can take that away. And you had people over in like basically the Bill Gates of Russia who went bankrupt overnight because they're trying to put pressure on him to put pressure on Putin. The guy was publicly denouncing Putin for invading the Ukraine, and they took every dollar from him overnight through electronic currency control, just like they won't implement in the United States. That's what scares me, because they could do it to Trump supporters. We've already said the Trump supporters back then.
They're already doing it. Yeah,
we were terrorists, right? So if they deem us terrorists and they can take our money overnight, we're done. That's exactly what happened in Russia. We watched it.
Yes.
They went as far as asking Elon Musk, to turn off the satellites, to turn off what's it called, Hank, that you have?
Starlink.
Starlink. Turning off. They asked to turn off Starlink over there, and some country, he didn't mention who, asked them to turn off all the Teslas in Russia.
Yeah.
To make the no longer function. That should scare everybody.
They've shut off Instagram, right, to Russia.
If somebody's in the if Musk wasn't Musk wasn't running that company, I guarantee somebody else would have been like, "Oh yeah, let's just turn off all the cars." That should terrify people. Because if they're going to do it over there, what's going to stop them from doing it to everybody?
Well, because they can get together. Look at what happened in Canada with the truckers, right?
Exactly. They turned off their funding. They turned the screws
Right.
as tight.
And then
as
they went
could.
after people, just like
they turned the screws. They turned the screws so tight that they had to go out of their way and do the War Act, whatever it's called up there, to do things that are probably constitutionally illegal here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, that should scare most people.
Yeah, if
We're too passive.
Well, I always tell people to look at that episode that Joe Rogan did with Snowden. We don't have the Constitution anymore. We haven't had it since probably.
We have interpretations of the Constitution.
Yeah,
that's
based
on 8 people's decision.
Yes, yeah. So it is scary. It is scary, and a lot of things have already been done to the folks in the firearms industry, and I saw that Tactical Toolbox recently put up a video. I don't know if anyone saw that, talking about how YouTube has been going after him, and a bunch of senators wrote letters. Yeah,
he's on a list. He's on a congressional list or something. I was shocked by that.
A lot of people are on that list. You'd be surprised at what's happening out there. So yes, it is scary. It's already been used, and it goes back to something that I've been saying for a long time. We really need to have our own ecosystem, and I'm not talking like eco like the like save the planet, like our own ecosystem that we live in, where we have ways of exchanging money, doing business with each other, communicating with each other, and passing messages around, and even being able to get together. To go back to something like The Gathering, these are one of the things that people try to shut off. You can't get together. You can't talk to each other. You can't buy and sell things.
So if you try to do that organic ecosystem like you're talking about, I know what you're looking like an organization that we all work together and try to transmit money. And the problem with that is if you read the laws, I worked in finance for a long time. I had my ex-boss was really into this stuff too. You can't just do that. Like you could create this server, like what was the thing that they created, the talk Parler or whatever.
Parler.
Right. So
yeah,
Parler. It doesn't matter. You can have the coolest. Yeah. You can have the coolest website where we can all talk about freedom and how great Trump is and blah 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 and this and that. And guess what? All one person's got to do is blacklist you, and you don't get on the internet anymore. I mean,
AWS, Amazon Web Services came along and said, "We don't want to host this. We don't want to. You can't use AWS for any of this." And
right.
Yeah. AWS owns 96% of the market. So
and if you start trying to transfer money without the FDIC control and everything like that, if you try to do it outside of their structure, you can be deemed a terrorist. We've already saw you. If you go and get $1,000 out of the bank now, you got to sign a letter of intent on what you intend to do that when you leave the facility.
I would put
$9,999. That's not a thing anymore. That's all wives' tale. If you're above 3,500, I believe is the number, and the teller feels some kind of bad vibe, she can actually stop you from that transaction just like a gun sale. That's that's how they're controlling you, and people don't even realize that.
If you go, and we learned this one with CRS Firearms, the guy he was working with, but if you go and follow the rules of you only put $4,099 in or whatever, that's considered that's also illegal. It's structuring.
That's also
it's called structuring.
Yeah,
it's called structuring. Right.
Yeah,
structuring is illegal, which is okay. So you don't want me to do one, but it's insane. It's all insane.
Yeah. If you do 2 transactions at 2 banks in the same day, it's actually considered structuring. So I mean, it's all the laws that are out there. You sit around and you go, I think if we had this, we'd be okay. No, you're not. There's somebody in the back pulling your strings. I mean,
for sure.
You just can't do it. They've already thought about it.
Yeah, we still have to attempt to do this stuff. I think, for example, with Parler when it came down is because Parler wasn't on blockchain. If you look at it, at the same time they were trying to take down Minds, and Minds is on blockchain, excuse me. And that never came down. I'm not saying that they can't take that down, but blockchain is what's behind Bitcoin and all that kind of stuff, and they'll have a tough time taking that down.
What they do is they take it off of YouTube. They take it off of your app store. They take it out of your Google store. They take it off your NAT translation server. So they blacklist you. Basically, if you go to www.chad.com, it goes to nowhere. I mean, if that community don't want you to have that, they can take that away from you. Not by just attacking your server, but by everything around it that gets to it.
Yeah. It's scary. Look, in this country, we sat by and let a president, I think at the time, I want to say that he was currently the president, but let's put it at ex-president. They deplatformed an ex-president of the United States of America on every single platform.
Correct.
And people in America sat back because maybe half of America doesn't care for him. Okay.
It didn't start with
Right.
him.
I mean, they haven't deplatformed the Shah of Iran.
I'd like to see. I
Yeah.
want to see a mean tweet right now.
I would love to have a mean tweet if gas prices were $2.20
Right.
again. God.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's crazy.
And
What's happening
there are
is
a lot of
crazy.
people, I think, that are waking up to that a little bit.
I think there's other people. I saw today that Oliver Stone got into like some kind of problem with YouTube. I think they deleted his movie. He has a movie about Putin on YouTube. Someone could probably look this up somewhere. But I don't know if they took off his whole channel or just the movie. I think they took the movie off. I'll look it up here. And see if I can find it.
I don't understand this because there was a.
Yeah. By the way, Elon Musk did challenge. He did
up
challenge
north,
Putin to a fight. By the way,
a mustard.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, Elon Musk
somewhere
challenged
up north.
Putin to
There's a
fight.
mustard museum.
Told you.
Yeah. So I just threw
think
up. I just threw up this thing that Elon Musk did
right.
challenge Putin to a fight. So there you go. That's out there.
He did.
That's on Bloomberg. Yeah.
Hilarious.
So there you go. Billionaire Elon Musk has challenged
Single
Russian
combat.
President Vladimir Putin to single combat, with the stakes being Ukraine. Okay, so there you go. Man, if they can actually go in there with mechs and all that kind of stuff, it'll be awesome. And then I think, was it Oliver Stone? I think Oliver Stone did get like stuff deleted. Oliver Stone is not a conservative, by the way.
No.
So if people just think about that, I think his thing was removed from YouTube. I saw someone talking about that.
His documentary Ukraine on Fire.
Yeah,
they
so
deleted it, but it says they restored it.
Yeah. Ukraine. YouTube flags Oliver Stone's latest Ukraine documentary. YouTube temporarily suspends monetization of content in Russia. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. Like all of a sudden, these guys are somehow the arbiters of what kind of information should exist in the world, and it is really, people should be scared about that. People should be really worried about it.
It doesn't make sense that this idea of, well, Russia no longer exists in our world. We're just going to pretend like Russia no longer exists. That is like crazy to me. We're just gonna blacklist everything Russia. Russia can't.
Even the propaganda coming out of Russia, we should be able to see it and form our
absolutely.
own
There were people arguing about that the other day. I want to see what they're propagandizing because I want to know what they're saying.
Right. So, we've got like 2 minutes left here, Chad. What do you think we should do about all this stuff before we go to showing the guns here in the next segment?
There's no real, without calling for a complete uprising and going to jail for it. I mean, that's where we're at. We're in, I feel like somewhere there.
Okay. What happened there?
Guy with the stuff that's going on. I think the biggest thing is people need to pay attention to what's going on, and they're not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Okay,
quit trying to binge watch Netflix shows and read some external news sources. You can't get the real news here. You got to go to external news resources to find out what's going on in the United States because it's so filtered both sides. I mean, conservatives do it just like the liberals do.
Yeah.
It's all spin. There's no news. It's spin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we've got a minute left here. And then we're going to go into the next segment. And we are going to see that gun that Chad was going to show us. That's going to happen. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on in the world. People need to start paying attention and have some alternate methods of doing everything. For example, I've gotten into ham radio recently.
I have too.
Oh, you have?
WW1 CDW is my call sign if you ever.
Oh, okay. I am KO4WQS.
Yep.
And
I did that a while ago. I did it when I worked at the sheriff's department, but I mean,
cool.
I've been into it for a while.
Oh, okay. And is there a South Carolina like a D-Star or something that you guys or like there's the internet things? I'm not sure what radios or whatever you have.
I haven't done any of the most of my stuff's for local.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So listen, we're going to take a quick break here. We're going to come right back and we're going to actually show some guns in the next segment coming right up. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. All right, so let's see here. Babyface is stuffing his face right now. The face must be fed.
And it's all good.
No. So, you want to be in?
We're all human. We all eat dinner. It's normal.
Yeah, obviously you're coming on with us, and you should be eating dinner. So no, it's cool. Okay, so we're gonna show guns, Chad. Let's get to that.
Yeah. So
what are you showing us here? What are you showing us?
So one of the things that, again, going back, this is the second thing that's really impressed me. The engineer Jason, he walked up and he said, "Here's what I did." And I never thought I'd wanted a 5.7 caliber anything, just because I did it. It's not something I don't know. I just don't.
I know I'm with you. People always poo-poo 5.7 when I discuss it, but it's a pretty good round.
It's a really good round for self-defense and what it's done. And I got this thing, and I was like, put it in my hand. I was like, man, this. I said. This thing feels
up a little, center it a little bit more. Go, there you go, right there. Yeah, we got you. Yeah.
All right, so I'm not. It's going to look like I'm flagging her, and I never do that. It's
in front of her.
It's in front of her. So to have a magazine, these 5.7 mags are huge, right? I mean, they're for a pistol format, they're pretty big guys, but. I got relatively small elf-like hands. To have this magazine in this frame with the structural feel that it has, that guy did magic. I mean, this gun, I went and shot it, and it's like shooting a 22. This is the one gun that I think I've picked, went and shot that I never knew I wanted, and now I have two of them.
Wow. Okay.
Everybody's going to be impressed by it. The trigger. The one thing I did talk to him about potentially putting this type of trigger in the like a Gen 2 dagger. This thing is.
Who built this gun? Whose idea was this?
Wow, that looks very nice.
So yeah. Did you notice that? So Jamin wanted a 5.7 pistol, and one of the engineers that we hired he's got many years. Jason Pittman, he's got many years in the firearms industry. He does handgun design. He focuses on triggers. He did this start to finish from scratch. I mean, it was something in his brain, and he sat down on the computer, and we randomly built 6 guns out of production parts for me to take. I went and tested them. Jamin was like, "Hey, go break this," because that's what I do, I guess. But so I went and shot them, and I couldn't break them. I mean, we shot and shot. The ejection pattern was beautiful. They never failed to load on the first round. They never failed to lock back. I mean, he's designed a really good gun, and very proud of it. Again, this trigger, if you look at it, this is a striker fire gun. It's almost unusual how, if you watch it, that's it.
It looks extremely crisp.
Right. Yeah, what's hold it down.
The reset is that.
Yeah, you didn't even come off of it to the
no.
Oh wow.
If you say the trigger right.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah.
Reset.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So you'll get to play with one of these. We'll have it at the Dagger. I mean, at the gathering. We'll have it together.
We'll have it at the
I got Dagger on my brain.
It's the Dagger.
It's
the Dagger Gather.
Yeah.
Did you guys announce that at SHOT Show?
That was at SHOT. Yeah.
Okay, that was at SHOT.
Yeah. It wasn't ready. And then he came back and got everything done. This is a production sample. I mean, it's what would ship to consumers. Jamin wanted me to try to, again, kill it, take it to the gathering, beat on it a little bit, let people play with it.
Cool.
I just didn't realize I wanted this. Yeah. Like, it complete. I mean, like the Jackal, I'm all geeked up about because I've been helping work on it. The last couple guns I've been involved with, the Dagger, the Jackal, the AKV, I had nothing to do with this, like nothing. The guy sat in a room for a couple of years and was real quiet and just walked out one day and was like,
Yeah.
Here's my gun.
So I mean, what I could say about this, right? So I've had a 5.7 pistol in the past. I also had a PS90, and then I sold those two because it was early when I was doing YouTube, and I had to sell guns a lot to get other guns in. I have recently gotten back an FN 5.7 because I think it's a really good gun. It's expensive though. You're going to spend somewhere between, depending on what's happening in the market. I mean, that gun could be, if you're lucky, you can get it for $1,000, but it's going to be maybe 12, 13, 1,400 bucks on that. And then, but it's a great gun. Lots of people like that gun for lots of different reasons. 5.7 is a very fast round. It's armor piercing. And then Ruger came out with something, which I did do a video of the 5.7 and the Ruger. That I think the Ruger's cool. My things with it is it just didn't like it. The original 5.7 has these really good looks, and I'm not 100% sold on the Ruger looks, right? But this, I obviously have not handled it, have not shot it, but I like the looks of this.
You will. I promise you.
Okay.
I'm picky when it comes to triggers and stuff. I mean, you wouldn't. I could go on and on and on, but I didn't know. It surprised me. I didn't know I wanted it. I didn't know. I'm not blind to you. How I'm pretty freaking honest with you, because I wasn't anticipating this at all. Like when I heard about it, I was like, cool.
I was shocked when I heard about it, but I was shocked in an awesome way. Like, I want to see. I think it's great that Ruger is in the game. And then there's a bunch of companies that are also making AR platform guns for the 5.7 round. So I like that too. Shelly Fungus wants to know price point on this. Do you guys have a price point yet for this?
$5.99, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Out of here.
Right.
Yeah, you could buy two of those for an FN 5.7. You could buy two of those.
Correct.
Yeah,
and I'll rival the trigger with it. I'm just being honest with you. I never talk. You very rarely ever hear me talk anything down about another competitor or whatever they do. That trigger, whatever magic the guy did in this thing, and after you shoot it about 250 times, it turns in. It's like a match trigger. For a striker fire gun, that's probably the best trigger that I've ever played with.
And that's going to be obviously a standard trigger on there. So let's go to ammo, because I think who asked this question? Night Train says, can you actually find 5.7 ammo?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think you can. More so than 9mm.
Yeah, everyone's not buying 5.7.
When Federal started doing it, it got the blue black box FN's my favorite, but Federal started doing this good stuff. We got some for the gathering or whatnot, and then yes, the next question, we are eventually.
You're gonna make it.
Yeah.
I mean, this we need this. We need this happening. We need more people making guns for the 5.7, and then obviously more people manufacturing the ammo for it to come down. I think FN dropped they dropped the patent or whatever on the ammo, right? So we can get more ammo. This is great. And then my question:
Federal immediately started.
Yeah, they automatically started making it so you can get Federal version, and you could train with it, which is a big deal. If you're going to have something like this, you need to actually shoot it before. I don't know what purpose people will have it for. I would have it for self-protection, as well as competition or whatever. Someone asked if you're going to make a version without a rail. Who asked that? I can't see here. Brian Quick. I'm guessing they're talking about
they do not want a rail.
The Picatinny. They don't want the Picatinny. That's Brian Quick.
Why? Brian Quick, why don't you want Picatinny? You add a light to it. It's awesome.
Yeah,
unless there's like a law that a certain municipalities can't have Picatinny rails. I don't know.
I don't know.
That could be that very well. I wouldn't beat up on too. The laws across this country are stupid when it comes to pistol. It may be something. But there's going to be a smaller version of this. I know. Jamie and I was talking about it. Then there'll be a optics ready version, night sight version, the whole, all the flavors.
That's what I want. I want a version that I can conceal carry.
Yes,
5.7 concealed carry. Imagine the fireball that comes out of that.
Ooh, it's gonna be awesome though.
But you know what? This thing, I'm being a bad gun guy here because I pride myself in my gun. I've never shot a 5.7 ever. Like never. Didn't know what to expect. Ever. I never shot one. Just didn't. I'm telling you, it just wasn't something which I never thought I'd be an AK guy either. But I picked this thing up, shot it. The first shot, I was like, ooh. she felt different, right? And then I kept shooting. It's legit like a 22. The amount of power and speed that's in that thing.
Have you fired one of these yet?
Yeah, we got. Yeah.
Oh, that'll make anybody an AK guy.
Yeah.
A short fire.
Everyone is waiting. I'm surprised no one asked about the cranks yet on this show, because I know that's what I'm waiting.
I don't need one. I already got one, so we're good.
Yeah, I need one. I'm waiting on a crank right now. I want to get a crank. Brian Quick says rails are ugly and we need more beauty in the world.
Oh, get out of here!
And he says rails on pistols are the gun version of seed oils, which last week Brian Quick said that seed oils are no good for your seeds, if you understand what I'm.
Oh God, yeah, he said they're good. They're bad for the man.
Seed oils are no good for the man giblets, or however you want to put that. So, just to let you guys in on that. No, I would like to see. No, this is really cool. This is really a cool progression, I think, and I'd like to see this. Yeah.
5.7 is a really cool round. It's really, really neat.
It is. And it's one of those. It's been around for a while, but no one wanted to get with it. And it is really easy to shoot. And the thing is, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that is totally FN's fault, though. FN did not. They were looking at one contract or a couple contracts where, like, that's all they were focused on. They weren't focused on the civilian market at all, and they kind of just were like, well, yeah, you can have it if you want it, but we don't really care. And then finally, when Federal brought the ammo out, it proliferated a little bit more, but even still, FN kind of dropped the ball on making that the new cool round.
It was also expensive. That's
the problem. Nobody was making it.
I like this better than 10 millimeter. 10 millimeter really doesn't mean that much to me. I know people are big fans of 10 millimeter, and they're gonna get mad now.
5.7's cooler than 10 mil.
Yeah. But I think 5.7's a lot better, but it's the adoption of it that's the important thing, which we're now starting to see after a long time. Didn't Secret Service carry 5.7s? Is that just a myth?
I think they've had special deployments.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you think about a situation where you're it's easy to suppress pretty much, especially if you're shooting short range. It's nice little round to do that. Still going to sonic crack, but if you're shooting into somebody, you don't hear it as much. And you can shoot through a vest. So if you're in a close quarters situation, you got armor piercing ammo in a handgun size. So I don't know exactly. I've heard that it was deployed in special groups, but I don't know which ones specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Secret Service is still into that gun that we don't talk about.
The MP5s? Yeah.
Yeah,
you brought it up, though. You brought it up. I think you just opened.
So, guys, the gathering is at the end of this week. Super excited.
Yeah, blame this on Chad.
In all seriousness, are they really still running MP5s? I thought everybody was moving away from them.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's
yeah, me and Babyface got our MP5, so we don't feel sorry for anyone who doesn't have them. No, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, now he's gonna go get his. Yeah, we actually got like MP5s that we bought from a local SWAT department decommissioned theirs and had a bunch of the receivers cut and stuff like that, and then we bought them as kits and put them back together. So here they go. Here's Babyface. He built this himself, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is built from scratch. There we go. With the one that I have currently has a PEC 14 on the front for night vision.
Right,
this is my current favorite. I love my Crink, but my MP5 is just I love it.
Yeah, I'm not sure why a lot of departments and stuff like that are moving away from. Yeah, he has this and his night vision.
You're getting having a hard time getting parts for them, and they're just and for what it's worth, I know I'm gonna have a lot of hate for this, but it's kind of antiquated. When they quit making them in the 80s, they were aggravated with them then.
That's the reason the department that we bought the parts kits from got rid of them. Is they all moved over to 10.5-inch AR-15s because they're like it's just it works for what we need. And that's what finding parts, getting these fixed was a pain in the rear. They said. So.
Yeah.
Well, and they break extractor springs like a lot. I don't know if you've had.
That's what everybody is. I've yet to break one, but that's what everybody has told me is keep a pack of like 10 on you because you'll go through them.
Yeah, just so we don't have the technology to harden those things, make those things better. Come on now.
The last tech. So there's a company out there that I'm real good friends with the owners. Neverwear Spring Company, and he did them out of what was like tensile 8 strength rocket wire, which is the only thing that you can put warheads on a nuclear bomb.
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
And they broke less fast.
There is a company, and I just don't know if I want to. I haven't broken the spring after a couple hundred rounds, which is pretty good from what I hear. But there is a company that makes a bolt head that has a regular side claw extractor, like a regular pistol. That it rotates upwards instead of having that spring on the back of it. I think it actually rotates like sideways. But the bolt head is like $350 or something like that. So for me, I'm like, I can buy a hell of a lot of springs for $350.
The one that we looked at, that company went out of business, and they were selling them on Gunburger for like $1,500. So I mean, yeah, it's.
Oh, you're kidding me! I would have.
It's been a couple of years ago. I mean, that's out. That may be outdated information. Somebody may have done it again, but yeah.
So maybe these are some of the reasons why we haven't seen the PSA MP5 yet.
There's a lot
It's not a simple gun. People don't realize it. Because, again, I built this whole gun on video. So if anybody out there listening wants to go see it, you can watch the whole series of how to build one of these. I don't know how you would take that and move it to full production. It's very boutique-y. Like, putting this together, the
assembly is one thing, but the parts and having the tolerances to be kept, and that gun, if it's not 100% in spec, she don't run.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Yeah,
there's a reason there's a reason why HK quit making the most popular gun that everybody on the internet wants.
It's a really good gun for what it is. I love mine. I love shooting it. I love owning it.
Yep.
I would not build them for anybody but myself. There's no way you could get me to build another one of these for somebody else unless you're paying me a hell of a lot of money.
We did a video where we compared a bunch of 9mm carbines, Babyface and myself, and we had the MP5s in there, but we also compared it to the AKV, right? And I think you guys did a really good job on the AK. I got an AKV right here.
My friend Jeff has an ARV, and he loves that thing too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No. He has an AKV. He is an AKV.
Doesn't he have, that's what. Yeah. So the only thing like this, I think, obviously we're talking about a different beast here. So the only thing I would say about the AKV is if you guys can get a lighter version of it, then you really can get really close to that category of what people are looking for. And then it kind of like doesn't, I hate to say this, but it would not make sense to even really keep pushing an MP5, although people are going to want it for nostalgia. That's what I wanted it for.
Roller delay is fantastic. I love roller delay. But again, it's just an overly complex beast.
Yeah. Have you all thought about making this super light? Like, I mean, it's not...
I mean, that's... that's kind of what I do. But we if we ever did a second version of it, there's some things on that gun that would be done differently. But to make it lighter, PCCs inherently need reciprocating mass.
Yeah,
and that's where the weight that you're coming from in that gun is the center line, which is the reciprocating mass of the bolt and carrier. If you were to reduce it, then you get into different spring rates, and then when you get into different spring rates, you get into different power factor of ammo. It starts having cycling issues.
You're reinventing everything.
You're reinventing. You'd have to go back and figure out a way to redesign the whole gun. The answer to the light for us was the ARV, which, that thing, it's amazing. That little gun's probably, it's an unsung hero in our product line. It doesn't sell as well as the AKV or the PX9, but like a lot of my competitive shooter guys that I know and my team have all switched over to the ARV and would never switch back. I mean, well, you think about it, it's a 35 round. It's light. From the factory, its billet receiver said it's only like less than 5 pounds without an optic, and then from like USPSA or PCC, you're limited in round counts. You never really shoot over 25, 26 rounds a stage. You get a magazine without an extension for $13. It's got 35 rounds in it, so it's like almost the perfect platform for playing on range. By nature of it being inexpensive.
You just need
Josiah
to add.
brought it down to Hank's.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, when Josiah brought it down to Hank's, I really liked it. I thought it shot really, really well.
Yeah.
I like the ARV better than the AKV. And I'm an AK. That's coming from an AK guy.
Yeah. Maybe I didn't spend enough time with it. Yeah. I probably haven't spent enough time with it. I wonder if you guys can make the ARV integrally suppressed. That would be badass.
So we are.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. All right, let's see. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I completely...
We're paying attention to the countdown.
We're having too much fun talking about stuff here. Yeah. Integrally suppressed, come on!
Yeah, we'll do it. So AAC is kind of being led by a system. It's kind of a partnership, I guess, with another real well-known manufacturing company that we deal with, and we've had conversations with them getting with us and doing some integrally suppressed stuff. It's it's what you said though. The suppressor stuff. The only thing that scares us is the suppressor stuff still not selling that great. Now the Form 4 expediting process may help it, we think, but it's still not where it used to be.
Yeah, well, because now people, there's a lot of people focused on getting ammo or getting other things out there, and that's kind of
well, nobody wanted to tie them. I never, to be honest with you, I formed one on my suppressors. I got 4 of them. I did them myself, but I never want to put $1,000 into a suppressor I couldn't play with for a year and a half.
Did you see all the news coming out about the Form 1 suppressors and how they kicked back like 3,000 of them 2-3 weeks ago?
Yep.
Yeah.
Quite more good friend of ours, and he got beat up on pretty bad. He was the first. He was actually one of the first Kit 80 suppressor companies, and they go straight to him whenever.
And he's doing nothing illegal. Nothing he does is illegal.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is creating an issue, and yeah, man, since the whole suppressors coming off the NFA thing, I think it's been a rough ride. I know that where was it? I think under Trump it did start coming back a little bit, but I don't know if it ever came back to where it was.
It didn't. I can tell from a retail perspective, we haven't seen it. I mean, we got the kiosks. Yeah. And it helped sales because it made it a little bit easier for paperwork and that kind of thing. And then I think the Form 4 new electronic Form 4 filing has helped some, but not like it used to.
We need to work on that. I have probably 6 cans. Hank is my SOT. Hank's my FFL SOT. And I probably have 6 or 7 cans sitting at his place right now that we haven't done
after 5 years they become mine. I don't know if you're aware of that, baby.
I don't know about that. We haven't done the paperwork. We haven't done the paperwork on because the paperwork at one point was just such a pain in the ass. Especially I have all of my stuff is on a trust, which makes it even more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, because trust used to be the easiest thing to do, and then it wasn't.
Yep.
Stop that.
Yeah, now everyone on that trust has to go through something, and it's so crazy.
I ended up removing. So I had my parents on the trust, and Marley and I had just started dating. Had we been married at the time, I would have put her on the trust. I ended up removing everybody off of it because I was like, I can't be at the whim of my parents to say, hey, I want to buy another suppressor. Can you go get fingerprints and a picture done? Like that's crazy.
Right.
So yeah, I need to get Lolan. I need to meet up and get some things transferred because I think I have 6 or 7.
I mean, maybe if you stop putting your money all into night vision.
No, I know. I just bought a freaking headset today, and I should not have, but I did.
You know what your crutch is this? It's all good with me. I'm not complaining, but because I have it, and then you could come over here and shoot them and do whatever you need to do. I'll just visit those things when I go over there.
Whenever you want to use them, they're out there.
Yeah. So. It makes it tough, but yeah, it's one of those things that we need to get sewn up, and I was really disappointed because I saw a lot of companies had really cool stuff that they were going to do with suppressors, including integrally suppressed stuff, and it just really didn't happen since then. And I hope that
and they're, I have two sitting on the desk actually. They're completely worth it. They're, for anybody, if you're on the fence about buying cans, they're totally worth it. I think they change shooting completely. It's I don't shoot without a suppressor any longer, hardly. But the 8 months to 12 to 15, whatever it is now, wait time, it just sucks.
Yeah.
And then the 80% stuff got so good.
Yeah, really, we're good.
I hope to see more people getting into it. I know, for example, Bushmaster, which is one of the companies that came out of the whole Freedom Group, they've got suppressors coming out. We've got some of those in right now that we're going to be doing videos on.
You know, I spent an hour at SHOT Show just with them.
Oh, with Bushmaster?
Yeah, because that was my first AR, and I've always had a little love for them. That and DPMS, which we end up, acquiring or whatever. But I stood in the booth with Bushmaster for an hour talking to the sales rep, and they're making another go at it. It kind of fell to the wayside, and it was terrible to see them go. They actually were probably one of the first people to introduce the world to an inexpensive AR, really. The Colts were always so expensive and whatnot, and then Bushmaster came out, and they were around $1,000 price point, and then DPMS around that same time frame.
Yeah. Were you speaking to Sun? Is that who you were talking to, Sun?
No, it was a little lady that was taking over their marketing program.
Oh, okay. So that's Izzy.
Izzy,
Isidore, yeah. I was talking to Sun, that's the CEO. And it's a small company. I don't know. It's not that many people employed.
It's time.
Yeah.
I picked up on that.
Yeah. But it's exciting to see that from the Freedom Group breakup that, so many other companies, not just you guys got a couple of pieces of it, and then other parts went out to folks out there. Once we get through all this craziness that we've been going through for the next couple of years, it's going to be really cool to see what comes out of that, of companies that really care about these individual name brands a lot of people grew up with, coming back, right?
I just want an ACR.
Yeah.
Just bring out a good ACR, finally.
Yeah, my understanding is they're working on it.
I know.
Yeah.
So I have a request in the last 10 minutes. I have a request for... I believe we know some people that own both Harrington and Richardson and AAC, possibly? And those companies at one point made a handy rifle that was
suppressed handy rifle.
Yes, boom! That's what we need.
If somebody owned both those companies, it would be cool to see them marry.
Wouldn't that be weird?
Together?
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Weird?
Yeah. If only we knew the guy who was the CEO over all of that, and we could talk to him one-on-one.
You better get Jamin. He's got that H&R stuff. That's not my wheelhouse. But
really? Oh man.
I know that the handy rifle is the #1 requested thing that we've ever had, besides the.
That was so popular to a lot of people, man. So popular.
I passed up again when I first got into guns. I was fresh out of college. I didn't have a ton of money, and I passed up buying one of those because again, those handy rifles, 300 blackout, were like $350 or something, and I passed it up, and I was like, I'll pick it up next time. And then they stopped producing them, and now people are asking $700-800 for those things.
My brother bought a bunch of those, man. He was modifying the crap out of those things. They are doing so many.
Putting a can on one of those and shooting it is so cool. I want
it's a
one
cult.
So bad.
It's a cult-like thing. Yeah.
I hope they come back. I really hope they come back.
You do that and bring Babyface on as the, when Jamin's done
I will market the shit out of those guns.
Well, the lever gun thing's gotten real popular. The guy we just hired to do some of our videography stuff is a big lever gun YouTube dude, and he those things are like the tactical lever gun stuff with the rail systems and optics mounts and collapsible stocks. I mean, they're cool. I just
went and did a class in Texas
for tactical carbine, tactical lever gun carbine.
Lever gun? Wow.
Yeah. It's getting real popular. Those guys reload them quick and do the whole. I mean, it's. I like.
So, are you guys gonna do some lever guns?
I don't know. Maybe. That's also a very complicated system to put together too. That's not easy.
Yeah. Yep. So, Edward, let me share this before I forget. Edward Andrews, who's out there in the chat right now. This is his AKV right here. He's
I like
Yeah,
that.
that's nicely set
Good
up.
looking gun.
Yeah, by the way, if you want to make it lighter than the one I have, don't have the big heavy thing on the front like I do on mine. That's gonna be
Yeah.
this handguard is what is this? Is this the Midwest Industries handguard? It's a good
Looks like
hand.
a Midwest.
Yeah, it's a good handguard. But if you want to save
Very
some weight,
heavy.
yeah, you can put that on there. But it's a solid handguard. The polymer one is probably better with heat and gonna be lighter anyway. So that's the one that Edward Andrews has right there, which does look good, and yeah, very, very, very nice right there.
Nice.
Yeah, congratulations to Edward Andrews. He likes to flex on us when we talk about guns that he has. He's sending that personally to me. You know, every time we talk about something, someone asks about neck bone, Patrick.
Yeah, he's oh no, I think he followed Marley into the other room. It's probably his bedtime, so because remember his clock, his internal clock thinks it's currently 8 o'clock.
Oh,
which
that's
actually
right.
he'd probably be going to bed about an hour. He normally is out by 10. That's my dog. For the PSA folks, that's my dog.
Yeah. You know what? This stupid daylight savings time thing, I mean, I hate to go back into more conspiracy theories or whatever, but damn it, we got to stop this in America, man. This is mind control.
It throws you off so bad.
Yeah.
It does.
Nobody likes it.
No.
Yeah. It's
not like people are super
It's not been relevant in 50 years. I mean,
yeah, seriously. I watched a video. This is a little off topic for guns, but I was watching a video of farmers. A girl who she does a YouTube channel where she works on her family farm. The tractors that they have are it's synced up with GPS and everything. You just hit a button, and all you're there to do is help make sure it turns and hits the next GPS location, and then it rides the rest. And they work. She was working till midnight, well into the dark.
Yep. Yeah, we don't need daylight savings time. It's totally ridiculous. We just don't need it.
You know the worst. Again, a little off topic. The worst is there are places in the country that don't follow daylight savings time. So when we switch to it, they're now off by different hours. So you have to know: is it East Coast, West Coast, Central Mountain, or are you one of those weird locations that doesn't follow daylight savings?
Yeah, I think Arizona doesn't follow it.
Yeah,
and who else? Is it Wisconsin? Someplace like that.
Yep.
It's a couple. There's 3 states that don't do it. Let's see here. Oh, someone's asking. Night Train says, "I'm curious. How has the dagger been selling these days?"
They sell out every day.
Good.
I mean,
it's
every one we make, we ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing. And then you guys are selling parts too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, all the parts that are compatible to the dagger, then there's some that are clone correct, and then we sell all combinations of uppers and lowers, and I mean, optics ready, regular, lightning cuts, colors. I mean, it's that SKU catalog is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
but they sell really well. I mean, we had that one issue with the walking trigger pins that we got hemmed up in a room and talked through for about 2 weeks and got situated, but that was it. I mean, other than the initial release stuff that was kind of painful, but there really haven't been any major issues with that platform at all.
I don't know how you put a firearm out that's completely brand new and you don't run into stuff. So I mean,
you're going to have little, and it's never with us. The last 2 or 3 times, it's all related in the same. Always buy. I've heard it. Don't wait till the Gen 3 version or whatever PSA puts out. The things that we've ran into with that dagger, even the AKV for what it's worth, the last couple of releases we had, and especially the AKs, they're solid. We never hardly have any AK issues, unless we change platforms, of course, like the 74 with Grand Thumb. If you watch that, that wasn't even a deal breaker. That wasn't a deal breaker. But with the dagger, the issues that we have is not really with the design, it's with parts that come in that aren't what they should be. And
that's out of your control after you make those orders, right?
To a degree. I mean, we got to do a better job catching them, but you can't mass producing a firearm. Nobody's bore scoping. We had a barrel situation where they come in and had little specks in them or whatever. It didn't really affect accuracy, it just looked bad. Well, nobody's bore scoping every barrel that comes through their facility when they're building 5,000 guns a week. It's just they're not. I mean, and we had had that come up, we responded to it quickly. That's the reason we're on social media and whatnot. It's not about, we want to communicate with customers, but we also want to respond promptly instead of like sweeping under the rug. I've watched gun companies in the past. I won't name names, but I've literally watched problems just get swept under the rug, and nobody even. I owned one of them one time. I was like, what are we going to do with this? And there's no problem. Let me send you a part. My other friend's got one. He's doing the same thing. Well, tell him to contact us. We'll send him a part. That's the kind of stuff you do, and it often. But I think we have ourselves out there so much. We're price point gun. We're budget minded. We're trying to be friendly. It's all about the freedom. But on the other side of that, we're out there so much, and we're selling so much product. People don't realize how much product we're putting out in the industry. I mean, out in the community. So we are going to have a little bit more of a failure issue rate than some of the companies out there. It's like a fourth of our production. It just happens that way. And we do the best we can. Being out there in public, though, you're always going to have your positive responses and your negative responses. And I know a lot of people now is kind of trained that they can go and tag me and tag camera, tag whoever, and get a response. But it's a blessing and a curse. The curse side of it is because we have that mentality of being that budget company, the snobs, if you will, just automatically look down on you, and then you got to work your way out of that when something like this happens. So, but no, the Dagger's been a very, very popular platform for us.
Yeah. Go ahead, Patrick. I think you wanted to say something there.
I think anybody that runs a company knows that the most vocal people are the ones that are unhappy in the moment something's broken. So like that's what you see most of on the internet. You don't see all the people that are like, yeah, no, this is great. I don't have any problems with it. I don't talk about it. It's fine.
I think like I've run into problems. Yeah, some companies almost run like a cult, which I guess is good and bad. The bad part of it is if you say something about something they put out there that, really is constructive criticism or the reality of what's going on with that thing, they come down on you like a cult, because they're taking it personally.
Points on all their guns.
Yeah. So like I've run into my issues.
We also sell stuff to people new. Like we're selling AKs to AR guys, and that's where I joke all the time. People say, "Is this scratch normal?" With the safety. We're introducing new people to a new platform, so that adds to it too.
Well, I think one of the things as well, so like the biggest feedback that I got from the Dagger was everyone was like, "Oh, well, that's basically a unicorn. That's not going to happen. It's never going to be out there." And then in the beginning, because it's a mechanical thing that you're producing, you're low numbers, right? You're not going to make 10,000 of them right away and put them out there. And so, when they start coming out, you want to take a look. I'm assuming that you want to take a look at what's happening with them and all that, and then deal with that and correct things, and then start to ramp up the production. But people just get mad about that. Literally with a gun that you first heard about before it came out, maybe a year and a half before you guys were actually selling them.
Yeah, and they get mad because we're not, they're not always in stock, or you guys need to get your production up. It's not that we don't want to sell you the gun. We're doing the best we can.
People are buying all of them.
A good business model is not me keeping guns from people. That's not good.
Yeah, the only one in our crew that I think he has two now is Walther from Safety Harbor Firearms. Yep. He has a few of them. Of course, we did the video with the one that you guys sent around and put a bunch of rounds through it. To different YouTube channels, but even before that, Walther was sitting there. I think, what was it like? What was Walther doing?
Refreshing
every day.
It was like he was Friday afternoon. He was sitting there refreshing until they popped up, and he was like, credit card as fast as he could to get one.
Yeah. It's easier now to get them, but they are selling out. Armament and Axis says Dagger costs what a Glock should, and get a sweeter pistol with the Dagger. So there you go. And Shelly Fungus says KB32 JSU did a great Dagger review and range session. So
cool.
And Brian Quick has a question. We're probably going to start wrapping up soon here in the next couple of minutes. But Brian Quick says, has PSA considered making their dissipator upper a true 16-inch barrel rifle length cast system? Yeah.
I don't think it's ever not for what that gun is. No, we possibly could, but Yes, we've not really thought about that. We're not. We don't have that in the works right yet.
Okay. All right. There you go. I don't know if there's any other stuff. What I want to talk about when we go into the next thing here, but we're gonna wind up like we've got a minute and then we're gonna hit the wall. But what guns are you guys actually gonna have at the show? Like what from the new stuff? Yeah, from the gathering. What's the new stuff that PSA is gonna have?
Obviously the dagger. This 5.7 will be there. AKV, ARV. There's the potential for some. I don't know. Do I say them or not?
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to get.
We're trying to get the AK-556 and then the Jackal there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're working their little butts off this week to make that happen. So, crossing our fingers that those will be there.
Mm-hmm.
There were some changes to the Jackal. The Jackal's fine. It's you can almost sell it now. There's some tweaks that we learned about the last couple of weeks that the engineer working on it now and I didn't like. And we went to Jamie and said, hey, we can make this thing better. It's going to be the aesthetics don't look the same anymore. We changed it. We changed the way the pattern is on the side.
Okay, we're coming right back.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
Okay, yeah, Babyface was saying that he wants me to put the thing where I could cancel it. What do we when PSA comes on board and starts sponsoring the podcast here? We can't do that. We gotta I mean, just a slight hint to Chad. I don't know. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, it might be Logan that makes those decisions. I don't know, but you're both beautiful people. That's what I do know. That's what I do know. So whoever makes that decision,
it's Logan.
Yeah. Oh, you look really good today, Logan. I must say.
Come on, Nick.
I mean, a more beautiful woman has rarely walked the face of the planet. I mean, only I would only put Lola above you. Yeah, only Lola. No. Yeah. So yeah. Listen, I really do appreciate all the people that help us do this because it gets crazy. So we can expect to see some of the stuff out there at the gathering. What was it? Someone was asking me about. What about are we going to see any of the 545 stuff there?
105 we'll have there.
Yeah, the 105.
105 will be there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The 74, I mean, the 105 is what everybody's looking for. I mean, we can take a 74 out there. We're trying to be, you don't want to have a ton of guns out on the table at a event with a lot of customers and open situation. So, I mean, we're trying to select the ones that we think people want to see based off of the,
comments and social back and forth.
People want to see the new stuff. I mean, nobody needs a freedom rifle out there, right? I mean, we've done that to death. I mean, we know what that is. So we're trying to hand pick and hand select what we're going to have out there, and the 105 I think is the better seller.
Yeah, you guys are doing some really nice AKs. So, Cruiseman says he loves his dagger. Okay, so when is we did mention the crank, but when can we actually expect to see that thing? What's going on with that?
They're working.
They're working. It's part of. There's a long list of AKs that we're working on. The spiker, the crank. There's a Rock and Lock 5.56. We're doing the.
Those guys have their hands full right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Babyface doesn't care because he doesn't want anyone else to have a crank.
Well, there's some furniture. Huh? There's some furniture that we have to have built for that. I mean, there's more in depth. That's most of the AKs are variants of other AKs that you can kind of buy parts for and switch them out. But the crank furniture is specific to the crank. So
yeah. I mean, that's really a big. That's an iconic gun that here he goes.
Yeah,
the full flex.
I laugh when people say we never get anything out, but we went from Cameron and I was talking. We went from 50 AK SKUs. I think we got over 400 right now.
Right.
Holy moly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man. It's kind of crazy the level of AKs that you guys are making, right? You know, and what you can get on them, like the furniture you can get, like you can get wood furniture in some cases, the barrels that you can get on them.
Yeah.
Man, that's and that's Cameron, right? Is that
There's
Cameron?
nobody else. There's nobody else in the U.S. doing what we're doing with AKs. I mean, say what you will, depend who you want, but it's just not happening.
Yeah,
they don't have a camera.
No, I agree with that. Can't argue that. Yeah, so one last pitch before we start wrapping up here about the gathering. You want to tell the folks again? What I'm going to try to do is take out the beginning part and throw that up on my YouTube channel just for people in general. But if you could just, Logan, give us the rundown on the gathering for the folks out there.
Go to psagathering.com. It is this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 18th, 19th, the 20th, the Clinton House Plantation in Clinton, South Carolina.
All right, there you go. If you're joining us late or whatever, we'll, just go back to the beginning of this, or I'll section that out and put it up. I will be there. I will try to get as much stuff as I can done while I'm out there, but I'm also going to have fun hanging out with these guys, just because, I don't think I've seen you guys since last year.
I don't think so either, yeah.
Just don't keep Logan awake.
Yeah. Oh, trust me. Lola gave me such a talking to. She was like, why do you have to?
Really?
Yeah. She's like, why do you just have to go everywhere and just be such a loudmouth?
Listen, I'll tell you some stories about some other stuff that happened that led up to that night. And you go, oh, that's why you did.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
When we see you, not right when we see you. Not right now.
No, I know. Yes. No, it's a fun time. It's a fun time. I think people will enjoy it out there. You'll actually be able to, if you come up there and camp out and stuff like that, you'll be able to hang out. Lola and I will be up there for several days, hanging out with people.
You guys need to come to the AK Masters. Now he's flexing all these AKs on us and whatnot.
In June.
Yeah.
So in June.
What is that? What is it about?
Yeah, what's the AK Masters?
It is also at Clinton House. That is June 10th, 11th, 12th, that weekend. And it is an AK match that this man does all the stages, and it's intense, and people dress up and have a good old time and camp out. And it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I might be able to swing that one. That sounds fun.
Go ahead and put it in your calendar right now.
We'll send you a link. Right? It's starting to fill up. We opened it up last year. We had 180 people. People came to it. Everybody started bragging about it because it really was a really good match. And now we've got 125 people out of 300 spots full, and we've only been up for like 4 or 5 days. I mean, it's filled up quickly.
Where can this be found at?
It's you have to register on Practice Score.
It's on Practice Score to register.
Right. And Facebook, there's an AK Masters Facebook group that we communicate with everybody and whatnot. I mean, that AK community is kind of like one of the coolest communities you'll ever be involved with. And it's just their match. Some people integrate ARs and AKs. This is we do this AKs for the AK guys to come in and dress like Spetsnaz soldiers.
That's gotta be so awesome. I wish I could.
Russian Navy uniforms, and I mean, that
sounds really fun.
Well, in the winter, I know they did last year. I assume we'll do the same this year. Had a green velour tracksuit.
Yep.
So it's like the Green Masters.
Yeah, he was like he's like Russian mafia.
We'll have AK Master 2022 embroidered on it.
Really?
I would love to.
Whoever wins the AK Masters gets a green tracksuit.
Oh, I see.
I would love to Slav squat in a green AK Masters tracksuit.
The guy who won it last year did. We'll put it up on the page.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds like great video. So here's the thing. I'm not sure what my schedule is because I'm doing a bunch of different things. However, we would be happy to help promote that and let the folks know about it. So please come back on and talk to us about it. And I'll try to see if I could make arrangements to actually come out there and see that, because it sounds like it'll be good video even just to.
Yeah, the videos on YouTube about it are amazing.
It's so much fun.
We had a ball. I mean, I even had fun setting it up. And I usually, me and Mike Sexton cuss each other out for a week, and I don't think we killed each other. Maybe we did.
Oh, is Mike Sexton part of that? Is he?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He is.
Yeah, what does that Marine think about AKs? He likes AKs.
He's actually started. He's got one. He's got one now.
Really?
You can ask him in a couple days. When
okay. Yeah, I don't think he's going to pull any punches.
Tell you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think so. All right, listen, really, really cool. It's been fun. We have Logan as well as Chad from PSA on here with us talking about the gathering. It's been fun, and we have obviously Babyface P here. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually, what's up, Patrick?
Nope, go. I know where you're going.
I'm gonna please do thumbs up this or hit the arrow here on Utreon. We put it up on YouTube. Thumbs up it as well, or share it with people when we put it up on audio. I'm gonna get Patrick first to tell you guys where and how you can support him or communicate with him on social media.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP, or Instagram is baby_face_P as in the letter P. A video. I know y'all are surprised. A video went live today after my winter hiatus.
Yeah, hiatus.
Everybody is very excited. We are building a Galil. So if you want to go see a Galil parts kit get built up, it will be on youtube.com/babyfaceP.
Yes, absolutely. Are you doing you're going to be doing something with the Segas, right? Or no?
Next time Walther comes up, they will be absolutely ready for everybody to enjoy.
Okay. All right, cool. So then let's go to Chad and Logan. For folks out there who are interested in communicating with you guys or finding out more info, how can they do that?
So the gathering, you could do psagathering.com for that website to find out all that information. Hop on our Facebook. We'll be posting about the event. We're also going to be doing live videos during the event, pictures, all sorts of stuff. So, if you're planning on coming Saturday or Sunday, you'll get a little bit of a teaser on Friday from some videos we'll post. But we'll be all over social media about it.
And then just to get in touch with us in general, I'm all over Facebook and Instagram and every place else.
Yeah. Chad's not hiding. He's not hiding from anyone. No, absolutely not. Yeah. No, I don't think any of the PSA folks, you guys are, you've got a lot of different groups and things like that people can get on and communicate. So that's great. And I do want to say, so this week we have a show tonight, and then we're going to do one tomorrow night, which is also with PSA. I'm not sure who's coming on. Maybe Josiah, I think, is coming on with someone else.
I think it's Josiah. I'm not sure.
I think Mike I think Lead Star's coming.
Oh, is Mike coming on tomorrow?
I think Sexton. Yeah, he's always fun to talk.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
He's got some good stories for you.
Yes, absolutely. So we're going to do this tonight and tomorrow night, and then we're going to take the rest of the week off, obviously, because we're going out to the gathering. So we'll be out there getting videos done for you guys on all this stuff. So let me know, as Patrick is going to do what you guys are all interested in. I am going to roll in the end here, but we're going to come back, and then I'm going to nominate either Chad or Logan, or both of them, to leave us with the words of wisdom. So just think about that here for a second. What you guys want? I see
something real quick.
Yeah, you guys can come up with that. You're gonna have a couple of seconds while I roll in the end. I'm gonna roll in the end right now, and we're gonna be right back. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Like I said, we're having a short week here. If you want to watch us live, it's on utreon.com/the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, as well as if we do put the audio here. We rip the audio out and we throw it up on iTunes and all your favorite places to listen to your audio podcast from. And we've got people around the world listening to us on audio, which is awesome, man. It's always cool to see all the people around the world and different places that are listening to us. All right, who's PSA words of wisdom?
You want to do it? You want me to?
I think you're the CEO. You do it.
You're the marketing girl. This is your event.
It's my bedtime.
I guess my words of wisdom, I'll go back to what I was saying earlier, and I want the people out there to listen and encourage this 100%. Mm-hmm. Don't take news in this country for face value. And I don't care if that's you got an RD, liberal, whatever. I don't care what your tagline is or who you think you are. Get out there, read the news, read what's going on, look at the markets, look at what you're seeing in the grocery stores, look at the gas prices, look at what's happening, look at the laws being passed, look in Congress. Do your own research. Standing in front of a TV and listen to what some guy with a suit on is telling you is not good. And I think in a lot of ways it's led us to where we're at. And I think we need to do a better job being patriots by listening to what's going on, not just by what the media, which is controlled by either one or the other party. I mean, I'm not giving us a pass either. I've heard some stuff on the other news channels. It's just like, okay, that's going a little too far. But listen to what's going and watch, be aware, see what's going on, and respond at the polls. We are in a mess right now, and I'm not saying one party is better than another right now. It's obvious what's going on with this administration. We keep circling back to the same people over and over again, it seems, and it's not working. And I don't know who that next candidate's going to be, but we're not going to survive as a country if we don't get our heads out of our tails and actually pay attention to what's happening, not listen.
We need to stop fighting each other.
And this industry, that's another thing. This industry, we are spending way too much time. That's just, you're poor, you're a snob, you're this, you're that, this is a cheap gun, that's a bad gun. None of that's going to matter if the government comes in and takes over while we're trying to fight ourselves. I mean, we're in a boxing ring and everybody's in the crowd encroaching on us and we're not paying attention to it. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
And until we get together, I mean, I know every industry, Ford versus Chevrolet, Nike versus Converse, I know that's been around for ages, but for some reason, we're just absolutely toxic to each other. And instead of talking about what each other's shooting or what their nods are, or what this is, or what you didn't spend or what you did spend, we need to watch what's going on in Congress because they keep passing laws that we're not familiar with. We got one right now that's the ATF's looking at doing braces again. That's came back up and it's got no attention whatsoever. So you had to go out and read that before you knew about it. So that's my thing is, stick together. We're all one community when it comes down to it, and pay attention. We've got to watch what's happening because it's not good.
Absolutely.
Everything, the shipping issues, the gas prices, the grocery stores being empty, just all of it. People's not working. I still don't know where that's coming from. We'll put up jobs and people don't even apply. So, I mean, there's got to be programs out there that's keeping people out of the workplace. And if you're out of the workplace, you can't produce goods, and you don't produce goods, you can't get them to the store. And we're in a bad spot.
It's a vicious cycle.
And it's getting worse. And it's not just COVID. The COVID thing was just a smoke and mirrors way to destroy the economy from within so they can control you. I totally believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with every word you just said there, man. I think, you're absolutely spot on. Thanks so much for coming on, Chad. We appreciate it, as well as Logan. Nice to see you here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, please, Logan, come back on the show whenever you want to, man. We should see.
Maybe
you
we
more.
can do a little go live we'll do a little go live at together, and you and I can have a drink and a cigar. You smoke cigars?
I have smoked a cigar one time in my life when I survived.
So yes, you should get him to smoke a cigar with you.
Yeah.
Out to make it too.
Yes, there you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. We could probably work on that and make that happen. So yeah, it'll be cool to do that. All right, guys. So like I said, tomorrow night we'll see some more of the PSA folks. We're out of here. Good night. Thanks so much. You guys stay right there. Yep. Let me press all the correct buttons over here and make this. What did I do here? Oh boy.
This is the worst part of the whole show.
For some reason, this thing logged me out. I can't believe it logged me out. I have to literally log in in order to press the button. How can this thing log me out while I'm on air? This is so crazy. Okay, you're gonna have to be patient with me here because we literally can't press the button until I log in, which is interesting. And come on.
Are you not taking it with you this week?
I gotta do that here in the morning.
Okay.
I don't want to move down there.
Come on. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see what is happening. This is crazy. I can't log out. I don't know. This thing completely kicked me out, and I can't log out now. Oh my goodness gracious! Why did this do this?
You could send us all to black real quick if you need to.
Yeah, I literally have to log in order to do this thing.
Bring Justin to my house and take play.
No, because I need stuff in his truck.
I don't think I could. Okay, nope, not gonna let me. That's not working.
Flag stuff and.
Well, I can't believe this is happening right now.
We're still live, by the way.
We're still live, guys. We're still live. Don't.
Yeah. So
Babyface, you got to do some talking. Yeah.
So, anyways, in the news
I'm not saying
today,
anything.
No,
we're good.
I'm getting yelled
We're
at.
talking about the gathering, actually.
Yeah. No, that's I
Not
this never. You know what? I feel like that guy. This never happens to me.
Reddit Florida man.
I
Florida
feel like
man,
saying-
27, arrested after allegedly doing the dirty in front of a horrified Starbucks diner.
Yeah.
That sounds like a Florida man. You want to hear another Florida man? Let's
Yeah,
see.
keep
Florida
going
man
with the
arrested
Florida
twice
man.
this week. Are you ready?
Yeah, keep going. No, keep going.
No,
with the
Florida man. Florida man. One day ago, Florida man arrested twice this week after shooting and then stealing his girlfriend's dog. His parents were arrested once also. He shot and then stole his girlfriend's dog. Let's see. Another Florida man 2 days ago. Florida woman. Florida woman's child tells police her mother is drunk before DUI arrest.
I just logged in, so hold on. This is so
Florida
crazy.
man arrested.
Okay, we can
Quote,
end it now.
I will shoot you too. Florida man arrested in a bathrobe after firing a warning shot at a leaf blowing neighbor.
Okay, I can end it. I can't